Boys, we've reached that point in the NBA season that everybody loves, especially us. Welcome to NBA trade deadline season. That's right, the NBA trade deadline is this week. It's Thursday at 3 o'clock. And as you can tell by the title and thumbnail, in this episode, we are going to be going over one trade that every NBA team must make this season. Now, normally you see on a lot of shows where, there's like one trade target for every NBA team or one problem that every NBA team can fix with one trade. We're not about that. We're about high quality on the Floor Spacer podcast. And for this 94th episode, we went onto the NBA trade machine and we basically cooked up legal trades that work for every team that's full of, salary filler, draft picks, and future stars for whatever big trades that are needed. It's going to be good.
We cooked.
We absolutely cooked.
Yeah.
So, boys, how are we doing today? It's our final episode of January.
I'm doing good today. I already told the boys I'm just happy to be here. So I'm ready to go.
You sound like Marshawn Lynch, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm serious, so I don't get fined.
No, that's different. I'm happy to be here. He wasn't happy to be there. He was there so he didn't get fined.
Exactly, yeah.
All right. Wait, who said I'm just happy to be here?
I forgot.
Somebody
I
said
feel like a
that.
lot of people have said it.
Maybe.
I'm just happy to be here.
Hold on.
Probably Russell
This is
Westbrook,
crazy now.
maybe.
Was it maybe someone in the UK? Because I feel like you said like, I'm just happy to be here.
You low-key sound like Fernando Mendoza.
Yeah.
Fernando Mendoza. Oh, that's the
quarterback from
quarterback.
Indiana.
Yeah.
You sound like him.
Do I?
He's literally
he
just
say
sounds
that?
just like I'm so happy to be. He's literally happy that his hair looks great today.
You're his hairstylist, right? He got his ideas from you, right?
I don't know.
Yo, everyone's saying Anthony has like the best hair. Is it true?
No, I don't have.
That's cap. Straight
It's Cap. That's crazy.
I don't have
Straight
the best
cap.
hair.
It has to be Gio.
Nah,
Yeah,
bro,
it does,
nah.
Gio.
Those
Yeah.
curls have volume.
You know what?
Yeah, you got.
He's gonna be
mad
wrapped up in.
curls.
Yo, what do you guys think? Should I get cornrows
That would be
or should
interesting.
I let the curls grow? What do we think?
But we all know the best hair is me. But anyways,
Ah,
we do have a special announcement to make as well regarding the trade deadline. On Thursday, February 5th, we will be live streaming the entirety of the day. Well, not of the day, but of the trade deadline. So around like 11 or 12 through 3 o'clock. That's when the deadline is. On February 5th, we'll be simulcast on YouTube, Twitch, and my Twitter. So the links will be down in the description. Be sure to go follow, go subscribe, and go check us out there. That way, y'all can hang out with us. We had a crazy free agency stream back in July. So, a lot of stuff's going to go down. And, who knows? We might see a trade like Giannis go down or Ja Morant or whoever.
it's going to happen.
It's going to happen. Based on what happened last year with Luka Doncic getting traded, you might even see an emergency episode on Sunday.
Yeah.
Or not even on Sunday, 'cause that's when our episode comes out. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Just at any point during the week. So keep an eye out on that. Obviously, if you guys do enjoy today's video, be sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, get us to 10,000 subscribers by our 2-year anniversary, which is March 13th, 2026. So we got like a little over a month and a half until we reach that point. If you're on Spotify audio platforms, give us 5 stars, leave a review, answer the polls, all that good stuff. Follow our socials down in the description below. Follow our personal ones here. Get my guy Giovanni to 1 million Instagram followers. Obviously, join the Discord server as well. That way, you guys can even put in some of your mock trades that we can put on the stream.
We'd love to see those.
Next Thursday. We could even make a community post as well if you guys want to drop some of your trade suggestions and stuff like that. And obviously, we'll do our first 45 minutes to an hour of news, random stuff. Obviously, it will be one segment less. As it is the end of the month, we want more time to talk about the trades. And we also are going to do our shorts compilation for January of 2026, which is our highest performing month of all time. So it's credit to you guys. We love you guys. All the support has been overwhelming. It's been amazing. And we're excited for a big 2026.
Yeah.
So, boys, do we have anything else to say before we dive in?
Let's dive.
Into the first segment we go. So usually on this show, we like to open up with, something news related, something that has, like major precedence on the NBA and stuff like that. And we did get a massive news story, but we've kind of beat it to death over the past month or so because we knew it was going to happen. But we'll put it on the screen anyway. It's a tweet from Shams Charania saying 2-time MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo is ready for a new home at the February 5th trade deadline or in the offseason as several rival teams make aggressive offers to the Milwaukee Bucks for him, and the franchise is starting to listen, which is interesting. But again, Giannis outright refusing to just request a damn trade. I feel like we're doing the same song and dance for the past 5 or 6 years. And we'll even put the tweet on the screen from Heat Central saying Giannis Antetokounmpo still has not formally requested a trade per Chris Haynes. Nothing has changed on Giannis's end. That's what I can tell you. The new news is the Bucks are willing to listen to offers. This is what's different. That's the new news because as far as Giannis is concerned, he has not requested a trade. Remember, Giannis cares about optics more than anything.
I thought he was requesting a trade.
No, yeah, there's no.
Whoa.
No.
Yeah, no.
Okay, why is he doing this? This is annoying.
Because Giannis is all about optics. He doesn't want to be seen as the disloyal bad guy leaving your team. That's why I've never been the big fan of him, in essence of itself, even before he eliminated us in the playoffs. But this fake loyal, fake humble type stuff is just, I'm not about it. It seems very fake. It seems very selfish because he just cares about his image.
Are you sure that's it? Do you
I
think
think
you're
so.
reading into it a little bit too much?
No, because he's basically doing everything possible without actually requesting a trade. I guarantee you he wants out of there so bad. But there's no rhyme or reason as to why he hasn't formally done it.
And Anthony, you agree with that?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think if you go back to the Trae Young tweet when he said Trae Young and the Angels now working on a trade out of Atlanta, that's kind of a request trade. Like the way Shams worded this is ready for a new home. I feel like we've known that for a long time. I think just the news that Shams brought out with this tweet is that the teams are making offers now and they're listening. That's kind of it.
Right, because before, let's say if you were the Jazz and Danny Ainge called up the Bucks, they're not even answering the phone. But now, if a team wants to make an offer for Giannis, they're going to listen. They're going to bring it back likely to Giannis and to Doc Rivers and see what they want to do from there. And that's kind of as far as that goes. Obviously, it is our trade episode, so tune in later in the second half of the show to see what Giannis trades if and when we cooked up.
I got Giannis.
Listen, I think I'm going to safely assume all three of us have a Giannis trade cooked up one way or another. Whoever has the Bucks and whoever doesn't have the Bucks. But like I said, we're not gonna spoil anything right now. But at the end of the day, that's kind of one main thing. I don't really think we need to spend a whole segment talking about it.
Right.
However, we should talk about one team that has been very much in the mix for Giannis Antetokounmpo, especially in trade rumors over the past how long? Like maybe a year?
Yes, since last summer
or so since last summer.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it is the worst team in the NBA, the New York Knicks.
I don't know about all that. Anthony, what do you think? Do you think they're the worst team? Right now, it looks like that.
They're certainly playing like it.
They almost lost to the
listen,
Kings.
And just for Knicks fans in the comments, I'm just joking. I know Knicks fans like to go at me whenever I talk down on the Knicks.
Yeah.
But they're not the worst team in the NBA. The fact that I even have to make that disclaimer is crazy.
But they're playing in a slump right now. It's
they
bad.
are.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can get into that.
Yeah.
But I have some stats before we do that,
go ahead.
based on the New York Knicks over the past however many weeks and months, because we all knew going into the season, the Knicks were supposed to be one of, if not the best team in the Eastern Conference going forward. And it just seems that both them and Cleveland are just experiencing really down years right now, which could be normal considering the incredible highs they were both on last year, winning anywhere from 55 to 64 games of basketball, and Boston too. But obviously they're without Jason Tatum. They traded away a bunch of expensive pieces. But the Knicks in their last 14 games, they're 5-9. That's awful. They're third in the Eastern Conference. They're only a half game ahead of the Toronto Raptors.
Wow.
And we actually, on the screen right now, have the Eastern Conference standings. Excuse me. The Pistons are in first right now at 34-11. The Celtics are second. The Celtics are second in the East without Jason Tatum.
That's crazy.
Without Drew Holiday, without Kristaps Porzingis. It's Jaylen Brown, Derek White, Peyton Pritchard, and straight up vibes. It's great.
Yeah, they're hooping.
They're 5.5 games behind Detroit. They have a humongous lead on the rest of the field. Then the Knicks are in third. Raptors are in fourth. They're actually tied right now. I didn't even realize. The Cavs are in fifth. They've climbed themselves out of the play-in hole, and they're starting to play a lot better. They are 7-3 in their last 10 games, so they're hooping. The Sixers are in sixth. They're in a bit of a slump right now. Miami has climbed back into the higher end of the play-in, and then Orlando 8, Chicago 9, Atlanta in 10th, and the Bucks all the way down there in 12th.
Yeah.
And we just talked about the Brooklyn Nets too being the best defensive team in December. They're 1-9 in their last 10 games,
and love it.
we're right there in the lottery odds. It's great. But anyways, back to the task at hand, the New York Knicks. Since December 31st, I believe, was 14 games ago.
Yep.
They are 16th in the NBA in offensive rating. They are 19th in defensive rating, which equates to a minus 1.3 net rating, which also is 19th in the NBA. So it's like 11th or 12th worst in the entire league. And, on the other spectrum of things, as far as like their efficiency from the field, they're bottom 10 in effective field goal percentage. They are bottom 8 in true shooting percentage. Both are sub 60%, which is really bad. And they're turning the ball over 15th most in the NBA. That's not good. You're not supposed to be taking good care of the basketball. And for just context preferences, guys, the Nuggets without Nikola Jokic, we talked about it last week, were turning the ball over 11 times in the past month. The Knicks are turning the ball over almost 15 times per game. They're also like top 4 in the league in fouls per game, but you have Karl Anthony Towns on your team. That's to be expected.
Yeah.
And then just to contrast that before I turn things over to Antoine, in their first 32 games of the season when they went 23-9, they were third in the NBA in offensive rating, over 121. Defensive rating, they were still kind of around that same thing. They've never been a good defensive team. But because the offense was so good, it equates to Gio, a plus 6.7 net rating in the NBA, which is top 4 in the league. And to contrast the awful shooting that they're on now, they were top 6 in effective field goal percentage, which is above 56%, 59.6% in true shooting, which is 7th in the league, and they were turning the ball over under 13 times a game, which is tied for 4th in the NBA. So I guess the first thing I'll do, Antoine, is my question for you, based on what we've seen with the Knicks, how far away are they from actually being contenders in the Eastern Conference? Like, where are they currently at in your eyes? And what have you seen like these last few weeks?
Well, the biggest problem I think with them right now is it starts from the top. So Leon Rose to Mike Brown to then the players. I think every one of those, everything I just mentioned is a problem. Leon Rose for constructing the team, Mike Brown for the coaching. I don't know what's going on. The rotations now are very different. The moves made in the offseason, which are Clarkson and Yabusele, are already out the door. They want to trade both of them out already.
Yeah.
Deuce McBride is not getting minutes anymore. I have no idea what's going on with that. Now you're looking at Shamit minutes. You're looking at Mitch, of course. You're looking at, again, a 7-man rotation that is not going to last long. I don't know what is going on behind the scenes. If there's injuries involved, why is Clarkson suddenly out of the rotation now after he was kind of getting a spark off the bench? You know, Yabusele has been awful, and they've been trying to move him on since 2 months ago. Again, I don't know what's going on, but it starts at the top. Leon Rose failed with those 2 signings, and the team construction as it is right now in my eyes. Mike Brown, something's missing with the message the team's getting, and then the players themselves. So, again, it's a trifecta with all 3 of those guys. I think the biggest thing with this month in January is that the biggest thing on NBA.com and their stats is that this season they're averaging around 122 to 23 points a game. In January, they're down to 108.
That's really bad.
That's really bad, especially that's like one of the best offensive teams in the NBA with the prolificness of who they have.
Right.
They have dipped down to 108.
You think a lot of that has to do with Cat and his?
Well, Brunson was injured in the beginning of January. Don't forget that. Hart was also injured. OG took a step back offensively. McHale's kind of at a stalemate offensively, and Cat took a step back offensively last year.
Yeah.
And they're 5-8 in January. We kind of figured that out. And then, of course, their field goal percentage dropped from 49 to 44.
It's bad.
They're taking less shots. They're missing a lot of more shots.
Okay.
I think when I looked at the offensive and defensive rating in the league, they're both tied for 7th in both. And I think there's 3 teams tied for 7th, which is crazy. So they're still, again, top 10 in offense and defense. But again, 1 month like this can completely flatline that to drop into the bottom top 10 or even out of the top 10.
So you're saying overall they're still top 10 in offense and defense?
Correct. As of now.
Wow.
Well, you usually it depends on what metrics you're looking at because you're looking at from the whole season or just in January.
Well, no, the season right now they're 7th.
Yeah, in both offense and defense.
So the numbers that I talked about before were just from December 31st to today, which shows them as a bottom half team in the NBA.
In those categories.
And listen, if you look at the results from the past, I guess 15 games, like Tyler said, they lost to Phoenix twice.
Who are they losing to?
They split with Sacktown. They lost at there, and then they won last night. They split with Philly. They lost, and then they won. They lost to Detroit. They lost to San Antonio.
They're losing to good teams.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Their record against 500 teams above is 7-9, 6-9. It depends how you're putting certain teams in the West. If they have a winning record, in the East, we already know kind of how that is.
Right.
But the big teams in the West, they are losing to completely. And again, that's the biggest issue. Come playoff time, when you match up against only the finals teams, of course, you're not going to beat that team. They lost to Minnesota as well. They're pounding the worst teams. They're pounding Orlando. Orlando's been lost all season long. Atlanta, New Orleans, Miami, Indiana. But these are close games too with these awful teams.
Right.
They're not blowouts.
Right.
This is kind of where I want to ask you this question, Gio.
Yeah.
Obviously, we know teams like the Knicks are supposed to just, beat the crap out of these like bottom feeder teams. I know they beat the Nets by like 55.
Yeah,
But
there's only one.
looking at who they've lost to, like Antoine said, you're looking at teams like Phoenix, teams like Detroit. These are good teams, teams that are going to meet with them in the playoffs. We know JB Bickerstaff has said several times they want the Knicks, and when they match up against the Knicks, they have what it takes to beat them this time. So, what does it say about the Knicks being subpar against these good teams?
I will also say tonight they're supposed to be playing Toronto in 8 minutes.
All right, so we'll see what happens with that game.
Yeah.
That's another winning team. They haven't played them
Can I
since.
answer his question really quick?
Yeah, they haven't played them since the NBA Cup game.
Right.
But go ahead. Yeah.
So what I would say to that, Tyler, is that the Knicks don't really have an identity. The teams they're playing against have identity. And so that's where it starts. That's why they had to have that players only meeting, because they don't have an identity. They don't know what they are. Cat doesn't know what he's doing in the offense. He has no idea. And it's not just him. It's multiple players. Mikal Bridges doesn't know what he's doing. OG kind of doesn't know his place. The only one that knows his place is Brunson, because he's pretty much the leader of the team. So he's that guy, right?
Yeah.
So I think they have to find their identity. I know they have to find their identity. And once they do that, this team can be dangerous. The only issue is Mike Brown. I don't know what's up.
Yeah.
And it starts with him. I don't know what's up with him right now. I mean, offensive. I mean, it seems to be good. I mean, he said they're top 7 overall right now in both defense and offense. So on paper, it looks good. But when you watch the games, it doesn't look good. And Ant would be the first one to tell you that.
Exactly.
So did you want to get back into what you were going to say, Anthony? Or
Well, yeah. I mean, I think the news we just talked about with Giannis is a really big thing for us, because if you piggyback to last summer, Shams tweeted mid-season this year that Knicks were in talks with Giannis all summer long, I guess, whatever that means in terms. And the trade did not come to fruition, and Giannis' preferred destination was the Knicks all along. Now, again, we don't know if this has changed at all. And if I bring up a tweet from all of these tweets are from the Sleeper Knicks account. Shout out Sleeper. We use fantasy basketball. January 19th. This is a rumor from Steve Popper. Cat's name first came up early summer in the Giannis talks, but league sources says that they have expanded to include Memphis, Orlando, and Charlotte. I don't know how accurate that is, but assuming last summer talks, Cat was most definitely involved in those trade talks, because you got a clear salary.
And he plays the same position. So
now, if we're coming to this week, yesterday was the 26th, 2 days ago.
yeah.
According to Stefan Bondi, who's a Knicks reporter, Rich Paul is reportedly working to represent Giannis with a pitch so he can get the start to his preferred destination. If we're again piggybacking that, it's the Knicks. Again, we don't know if that has changed. And if we're going to the same date as well,
right.
this is from Mark Stein. There are rumblings that the Knicks have explored pathways to acquire Portland's Drew Holiday.
Okay.
There's a believed fondness for a Brunson Holiday backcourt, plus possible added appeal for Giannis to reunite with Holiday if he were traded to New York. Again,
How do you think about that?
Predecessor move to Giannis, but again, getting Drew Holiday may not ultimately secure Giannis. It depends who gives Milwaukee the favorable deal, I think, in their eyes. And the Knicks wouldn't have that. And, that would leave Knicks to plan B, like Keon Ellis. They're talking about Keon Ellis. And I guess the final thing from today, we already know that they are going to make an aggressive offer. Ian Begley said that again today. They will be among teams to make aggressive offers to Milwaukee. He also added that the Miami Heat will also be in the mix. And Tyler did bring up before we started recording that Giannis' mom posted a picture of Giannis in the Miami Heat arena when he was a little kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, again, a lot of just, I guess, foreshadowing.
Right.
Well,
for
it's not even
is
necessarily
possible.
It's not even necessarily that. I just think right now we don't know what Giannis wants, because if Giannis has one specific team on his mind And if it is the Knicks, then the Bucks will obviously grant him his wish and send him there.
Right.
However, if that's not the case, the Knicks have absolutely zero shot at winning any bidding war for that man because you traded all your draft picks for Mikal Bridges.
Yikes.
The most you can offer, you have 3 first-round picks that you can swap, which is not enticing enough if you're Milwaukee because a lot of them are in the next 2 years. The Knicks are still going to be competitive with Giannis anyways.
Right.
So that one you have in 2032, you can do. Now, if you wait for the offseason, you can trade that 2033 first. But why do you really want to do that? Giannis won't be on the team by then, and it's going to give you a whole load of issues. The problem right now is the Knicks are kind of operating in a situation where they started out the year great. They won the NBA Cup, and now you've been figured out. You're not playing good basketball, and you're going to start panic moving for aging stars that might not even win you a championship. Because right now I look at a team like Detroit. Detroit has pretty much the same team as last year. You have a couple better pieces in from last year. Like you took Tim Hardaway Jr. and Malik Beasley, and you bring in Karis LeVert, Duncan Robinson. Great pieces. Duncan Robinson's played in 2 finals.
Yeah.
So a team like them, Cade's taking a top 7 leap, arguably right now.
Yeah.
That's a team that has chemistry, continuity, and can do it. You look at a team like Toronto, the way Ingram and Scotty Barnes are playing is obscene. We saw Quickly drop 40 the other night. They're surging up great. Their defense is sublime.
Yeah.
You look at a team like Boston. If Jason Tatum comes back, it might just be curtains for the league. Yeah. So if you look at a team like the Knicks, you're going to need everything to work because especially if you're getting Drew Holiday, which I think is extremely unrealistic if Portland wants to do that, because he makes like $36 million. So you're gonna have to give up a whole lot of assets. It's gonna cost you to get both of them. It's gonna cost you Hart, OG, McHale, and Cat. And you're gonna have a very unrecognizable starting lineup. That newsflash again, Giannis is still injured right now. He just got hurt the other night, and he's gonna miss at least the next 4 to 6 weeks. Yeah. So if you do wind up getting Giannis now, I don't think it's gonna work. Just for that reason alone, that he can't even stay healthy himself.
Yeah.
So I think it's best case scenario for Portland to just hold on to Drew Holiday. I think running him and Damian Lillard next year would actually make sense.
Yeah.
And if someone else wants to request out, the Portland Trailblazers could easily oblige by getting rid of a player like Scoot Henderson and draft capital along with it. I think it just makes the most sense.
Yeah, I mean, listen, when that Shams tweet dropped and I'm on Twitter, everything's refreshing with all the Knicks fans immediately tweeting, "Get this done right now."
Yeah.
And that's kind of their mentality. It's kind of my mentality a little bit too. And they've been people are throwing out the trade machines that, of course, we're going to get into later about, Portland supposedly loving Mikal Bridges for a long time.
Yeah.
Sending Drew Holiday over with Giannis in a 3-team deal. Mikal goes to Portland, and then Portland would also help us send picks to Milwaukee. And then Milwaukee would get Cat, and then Yabusele, Daddy, Tyler Kolek. We would interchange those with Portland and Milwaukee, whoever wants either or. And I guess OG and Hart would stay, but I think Hart would have to go. I think OG would stay.
Yeah.
So again, this is those trade machines are a big what if, especially with this type of trade. I feel like the ones we're going to get into later on are a little more feasible for our teams, but specifically for the Knicks, for that to get done, I feel like is a long shot. And if it does, you'll see us here doing an emergency episode. And I'm going to be like that. Or even on trade deadline day, which isn't, would be insane. It'll be live. But again, I think for the Bucks to wait to the offseason to figure out the assets that teams have for draft picks, is more feasible for them. But again, there's a lot of demand for Giannis with Shams' tweet, of course. And maybe opted to maybe do it right now so you can start preparing for the offseason with Milwaukee and see, what work needs to get done. But again, that's all, up to Milwaukee. Yeah. So they have it on their court. And that's kind of all I have for my team too.
Yeah. So. And I think we'll close with this, Gio, just really quick. Do you think the Bucks should trade Giannis now, or do you think they should wait till the offseason?
Get it done now. Get what you can for him now. That's what I think.
Yeah.
The Bucks season is I'm pretty sure I heard a stat where it's they're the worst they've ever been in the Giannis era. Yeah. So there's pretty much no hope for this team, even if he comes back and they go on a surge. It's it's pretty much almost done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So get it done now. Get the most that you can out of the trade, and prepare for the future. You know what I mean?
I
That's
mean,
what I think.
that could be a good argument, though, to also wait till the offseason because if an Oklahoma City Thunder loses in the second round,
Right.
someone like J-Dub could become available, eating
Okay.
up a lot of salary cap. That could be an option. But
Yeah.
if you want to get it done now, you can get some draft picks and then
It's also like, does Giannis, like, you have to, like, listen to the superstar as well because he did so much for that city.
Right, yeah.
Right, for that city. Like, you have to kind of cater a little bit to what he wants.
You have
And
to.
I'm assuming that he wants to get it out of the end. Like, it's pretty much guaranteed he wants to get it out of there now.
Yeah.
So it's like, get it done and get what you can, out of it. And yeah, that's all you can do. So
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer. I think this is 90%. This is going to happen.
okay.
Well, yeah.
I think
Fair
it's going to
enough.
happen. You'll see later what I think exactly is going to happen, but it's going to happen.
That remains to be seen.
If I pull up the live whatchamacallit odds from Kalshi,
Okay.
I can go to Polymarket too, but Kalshi has him 43% staying with Milwaukee.
Okay.
And then the Knicks are at 22%, which is the highest
Pretty high.
percentage besides staying in Milwaukee.
That's because
Gold-
that's because he hasn't
Golden-
formally requested out yet.
Right.
Golden State has skyrocketed 14% and are at 17. They have now leapfrogged Miami
That's
according
scary.
to Kalshi.
Yeah.
I don't even want to talk about that. Golden State and Giannis. No, thank you.
The tough thing
So-
in essence is that teams like the Warriors and the Knicks don't have young assets to give up. So that's where it's going to be tough. You may have to get teams like Portland or Utah or New Orleans involved.
yeah.
And that's essentially where it will be. But, it's very early right now in the Giannis trade stuff. I know we've talked about it ad nauseum a bunch of times, but looks like we might start to get some, inklings as to what is happening. So
Yeah.
we'll just have to
and
see.
I'm going to finish it off. Polymarket is the same thing as Kalshi, not traded as number one. And then the top three are Warriors at 1, Heat, and Knicks.
Yeah.
I think that's what we're going to be talking about. That's
Yeah,
kind of it.
there's really there's 5 or 6 teams I can see trading for him. And like I said, find out later in the episode if we have any of them. So that concludes the whole Giannis Antetokounmpo trade saga, the New York Knicks being awful at basketball saga, and just the Eastern Conference as a whole. So let us know down in the comments, English, what do you think will happen with Giannis? Where do you think he's going to go? And what do the Bucks do from here? And boys, do we have anything else to say before we dive into the next segment?
Let's go.
Into the next segment we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Tyler's Player Spotlight. So for those of you that are new around here, this is the segment where I talk about a player or a team that is either playing really well or playing really bad. And last week we talked about the Denver Nuggets and the without Nikola Jokic, and they've just been ridiculous. It's been incredible. So if you guys do want to go check that out, the link to episode 93 is down in the description below, or just click the link above Gio's head in the top right-hand corner. So, like I said, there's a lot of options for a player spotlight this week because a lot of players have been playing extremely good basketball this week. However, we're going to go more low-key this week.
Okay.
We're going to go for a player that, quite frankly, I never even envisioned on even talking about in a positive conotone on this show.
Oh, I know who it is.
Someone that has been absolutely hooping his booty off the
Say
past
it, Anthony.
few weeks. And we are going to the Utah Jazz. Boys, pack your bags. We're going to Utah, and we're talking about Jusuf Nurkic.
Oh my! I literally
said
was
that
about to
yesterday.
say. I was about to say Bryce Sensabaugh.
Oh, shout out to Bryce. He's been hooping. But boys, you excited to go to Salt Lake City?
Yeah.
So it wasn't Joel Embiid. Nurkic is a
And
nice
B's
shot.
been playing good as well.
Shout out Joel Embiid. But Giovanni Squatteri, what I'm about to tell you in the next 5 minutes is going to blow your socks off.
All right, let's hear it.
About Mr. Jusuf Nurkic. Mind you, before I even mention anything, when we did our Summer of Tier lists, which you guys should definitely go check out on our channel, he was the only F tier for our centers.
Yeah.
And look, for very good reason. For context, he was in Portland for a very long time and, just was not good towards the end of his career, was traded to Phoenix for Tumani Kamara, by the way, who's been hooping his butt off in Portland. So shout out to him. And was not good in Phoenix. They shipped him to Utah, who then shipped him over to, from Charlotte, then shipped him over to Utah. My fault. This season, he is averaging 11 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists with over 1 steal on 51% from the field and 36% from three-point range. So he's starting to kind of pick up the pieces a little bit and kind of sort of find his way across the league. In his last 4 games specifically, this man is averaging a triple-double.
Oh my God.
He's averaging 17 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists, 1 steal
I hate
on
this.
52% from the field and 33% from 3. Like, can you believe any of what you're hearing right now, Gio?
He's trying to be Jokic so badly, bro.
Well, keep in mind, Giovanni, is that in the 2014 draft, we always love to talk about the fact that Nikola Jokic was picked 41st during a Taco Bell commercial. But what they don't want to tell you is that in the first round, the Nuggets picked Jusuf Nurkic.
They did.
Yeah.
And they
That was their
basically
starting guy right there.
and they basically spent God knows how long trying to figure out who should they build around,
Right.
who should they work with. And at the end of the day, someone like Jusuf Nurkic was the expendable piece.
Right.
They moved him. Sorry, I'm looking down, trying to find a specific stat on Nurkic right here. And basically in these games, I'm trying to find here it is. I found it. So we'll put it on the screen. In those 3 games in a row, 17, 10, and 12 in a loss against the Heat, 17, 11, and 14 in a loss against the Spurs, and then 16, 18, and 10
Oh my gosh.
in a win against the Minnesota Timberwolves. And just recently, he had 29 and 5.
Dude.
So
29 and
he's
5,
been
yeah.
he's been playing extremely good basketball across the entirety of this season, and he is the only player in the last 10 games to be averaging at least 17 points, 11 rebounds, and 7 assists in that span. He's averaging 17 and a half, 12 rebounds, 7.2 assists, over a steal on 56% from the field and 48% from 3-point range. This is Jusuf Nurkic we're talking
Hello?
about.
He don't shoot.
So I guess this is
does-
what
he's-
the Nuggets saw when they drafted him, right?
I
They
guess
saw
so.
this guy.
Exactly. And I guess, look, Utah's had a really good reputation over the past few years of
Yeah.
just letting guys freely play basketball with, like, obviously, notably, Lauri Markkanen's been incredible. Keontae George is starting to rise up to the occasion. And I just watched, or I just listened to the podcast episode a few weeks ago when Cam Johnson had Kevin Love on his show. And Kevin Love has nothing but great things to say about Utah, about, everything from the players to the coach and Will Hardy to the GM and Danny Ainge to the owner and Ryan Smith, who's one of the most passionate owners in the game. It works. So shout out to Nurkic there. We have some tweets that we'll put on the screen right now. This is from BR Betting. And it says, after dropping 3 straight triple doubles, Jusuf Nurkic now has 4 career. If you had placed a bet that he would get 3 triple doubles in a row, if you had placed a $10 bet,
Right?
you would have, or $100 on a bet, you would have walked out with $1.6 million.
That's crazy.
That's ridiculous.
But who the hell is betting that?
Some psycho loony
No one
bin.
bets that,
No
right?
one should bet that, because why on earth would you think Jusuf Nurkic would randomly drop 3 straight triple doubles? But anyways, then we'll go to a stat from StatMuse. This is Jokic and Nurkic ranks among centers. In assists per game, Jokic is first, Nurkic is third. In rebounds per game, Jokic is first, Nurkic is ninth.
Wow.
In steals per game, Jokic is second, Nurkic is third. And then in triple doubles, they are the top 2 in the league
For centers.
for centers.
Yeah.
But you got guys that can drop triple doubles like Sabonis, like Embiid, like there's
Sabonis has been out.
Derek Queen even.
Derek Queen, yeah.
Yep.
He's
So
young, yeah.
those are guys that easily could, but
Right.
these two have been the ones that have been
That's
kind of
crazy,
stand
bro.
out.
Now, I have a question, though, really quick.
Yeah.
For Nurkic, are these triple doubles converting into W's?
I literally just said 2 of them were losses.
Oh, you did
but
say
it's,
that?
But it's the Jazz, so you can't really
Correct.
formulate that into win because they're not trying to win because their pick from the Thunder is top 8 protected. So if they start winning more games, that pick's going to convey to OKC. So they have to lose.
I think they are trying to win.
They're not because they don't. You want OKC to get a top 8 pick.
Right.
So that's kind of the
So
problem.
they need to be in the
They're
top
playing
8.
to lose.
They have to be in the top 8, so that pick doesn't convey. Then we have a stat from this is like EP Network, XEP Network, that Nurkic has had 15 plus points in 90% of his games in the last 10 games. So in the last
impressive.
9 games, he had more than 15 points.
Yeah.
And then the final tweet comes from this is from December 31st, and it's a tweet from a name that I really don't want to pronounce because it kind of sounds a little bit of a pause.
Say it.
No, I'm not. And
Say it.
it's an interview from Jusuf Nurkic, and it's a quote that kind of goes back to what I was talking about with Utah, saying, when you're looking for the opportunity and feel wanted, it's definitely the most fun that I've had in a few years now. But it's just the support. I can't really stress enough how good this organization is.
He said that about Utah.
He said that about Utah.
Wow.
And that was before this incredible stretch of games.
So then what the heck is going on? Why can't they win? Everyone's talking about how good the organization is.
They're tanking.
When's the tank going to end? That's my question. They've been taking for how long?
He's been playing so good that they've been sitting him. He hasn't been inactive.
No, but serious question. When is the tank going to end?
Whenever Danny Ainge wants it to.
Oh
Remember,
my gosh,
how long did it take for Boston to start winning? It took them like 6 years for them to do that.
Yeah.
But he's been playing so good that they've been sitting him to prevent him from winning more games because he's been playing that good.
Yeah, they sat out Keontae for the first game of the week for rest. Why does he need to rest?
Because they don't want that pick going to OKC.
Like,
bro.
So also
just play basketball.
Also, shout out to Matt from Six Rings of Steel. He literally posted the first triple-double saying most hilarious stat line of the season. It was a compliment. And Nurkic flamed him for no reason.
What?
in the Twitter comments.
He quote tweeted a
did Nurkic
picture of
say?
him just saying like when the bank account's down or something like that. It's crazy.
Yeah, shout out Matt because he's a Knicks fan.
But anyways, that is kind of all I have regarding Jusuf Nurkic. Let's go to Gio first.
Yeah.
I mean, what the hell's going on here?
I don't know. Like, here's my thing. Anyone who gets drafted into the NBA, we know they have potential. It's just a matter of how much the organization is investing into you, how much they're really putting into you, how much they believe in you, how much, you know what I'm saying? It's all of that has to do with if that player is going to develop into the star that they were meant to be. All these guys have potential. Nurkic is one of those guys. He got drafted in the first round. Right. You're going to tell me Nurkic didn't have that potential, even though we put him in the F tier. We put bro in the F tier. You're going to tell me he didn't have that potential coming out of college or whatever. Where did he come from? Did he go from college
from
to
Europe.
the NBA?
He came from Europe.
Europe. Coming from Europe into the NBA, like, of course he had that ability. And now he's putting it on display finally. Like,
I mean,
it's about time.
He's always been a good player. It's
He's
just
been
the
a
past
solid dude.
The past 3 years in specific, he's been awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like my thing is the reason why. There's always a reason why. Like if you really look into it, it's not really his fault. It's the situations that these players are in. And so that's where it's like it gets tough if you really look into it. Like none of these guys, I just want to say this. None of these guys are bad players.
Right.
It's just a matter of the situation that they're in where we're like, oh, he's terrible. He's F tier. It's not that they're F tier. It's also like it's a combination of things, the situation they're in and like everything that's been, leading up to where they are now.
Well, we can talk about that because if you look at the situations he's been in, when he first got to Portland, they made the conference finals.
Right.
That was when they had, that was probably the peak of Dame's career when he was like literal God mode on the basketball court. And then, at his peak, he was averaging 17 and 11.
Yeah.
So he's not at those numbers right now, but he's getting there. He's pretty the assist numbers are just through the damn roof.
Yeah.
But
he's taking notes from Jokic on that one.
Yeah, and also his numbers were pretty similar back in that he was averaging about 4.5 assists, but now his assists are above 5. Yeah. But towards the end of Portland, that was when the team wasn't good anymore. That was when Dame was injury prone beyond belief. And keep in mind too, this dude literally snapped his leg during a game against the Nets years ago.
Right.
So that probably took some of his whether it's confidence or ability away and stuff like that. But, some stuff like that has a negative impact on your future. The Blazers had no future. They moved him to a situation in Phoenix that was toxic to begin with after they gutted the whole roster for Kevin Durant and then gutted whatever was left for Bradley Beal. And he was scapegoated, sent to Charlotte, who just sucked anyways. And now they sent him over to Utah. It makes sense. Kind of like Lauri Markkanen. He was not thriving in Chicago or in Cleveland. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Once you get him to a situation that's a well-run organization with good people at the helm, that's going to work.
Right.
So, what are you seeing from Jusuf Nurkic, Antoine?
Well, it's a renaissance. I mean, we could talk about the Jazz players this year that we've seen take jumps, and like that's like the bright side of this season where they're supposed to be tanking, is that they found pieces, and Walker Kessler's injury is really what is bringing Nurkic to this fame right now. Yeah. Because I feel like if Kessler was starting, I mean, Nurk would not be getting minutes.
Not a chance.
He'd be backup center. So not shout out to Walker Kessler for getting injured. We want him to come back.
He will. He'll be back.
He's phenomenal. But then, I mean, if they want to hold on to Nurk, I mean, they really shouldn't because Walker Kessler's your franchise center. Mm-hmm. Nurk's going to get, command, a good return for what he's doing. But just really good from him. I feel like, in Portland, like Tyler said, Portland was like his best days. Like starting center, like we knew Nurk was phenomenal there. And then he fell off, Portland, moved off from Dame. Going to Phoenix was awful for him, obviously, because we know what happened there. Charlotte, Loki could have kept him, but even when you got Kalkbrenner there, doesn't really need to be a situation to have him there.
Exactly.
You fall into Utah with the vets that are scapegoated, like Kevin Love and like Kyle Anderson, so on and so forth. Svi Mihailuk, I guess.
He was always there.
Well, Boston, wasn't he in Boston before?
That was 2 years ago. He came last season.
Okay, fair. But yes, even him, like, he's doing good. Like I said, Bryce Sensabaugh came out of nowhere. This kid from Ohio State, phenomenal. Of course, Keontae George, we've talked about so many times. Ace is coming along really slowly, but he's only 19, so
just like Jason Tatum.
I got myself into that.
Let's go.
But listen, Will Hardy has a lot to be, I guess, positive about with this team. I guess the tanking side of it, not so great because like these guys are going off.
You wouldn't be having some of these players if you weren't tanking the past 3 years.
Well, yeah, and then like also shout out Isaiah Collier. Really good backup point guard to Keontae. Fills up the stat sheet. Walter Clayton's there too, but Collier is the backup guy. And they're just doing their thing. I mean, looking at Utah play there, they got guys there that they know what situation they're in right now. And they're trying to make the best of it.
Right.
I feel like, Will Hardy understands that too.
I've been trying to tell you guys, I've been a Will Hardy truther since we started this show.
Yeah.
He is one of the best coaches in the NBA.
I think he's a good coach.
He was from the Ime Udoka tree in Boston.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they're utilizing all their players. The ones that have broken out this year are 100%.
What's going on with Cody Williams, bro?
No.
That's the short we did the other day.
That was their one mistake.
Yeah.
That was their one mistake they made.
Yeah.
And look, you could easily someone like I know Brooklyn wants him. Brooklyn can easily send over a second round pick and take on Cody Williams, even though I don't think we will.
Yeah.
But it's a simple bet.
Yeah, I would say, and even Taylor Hendricks, he hasn't been the same from that broken leg last year.
Yeah,
they were big on him. I guess they're kind of moving on now. Bryce is getting the minutes. Ace is getting the minutes.
I love the way they look. And we'll close the segment with this. I'll put this on the screen right now. This was a staple in the preseason power ranking series. The Utah Jazz's ins and outs during free agency. And you brought in Kyle Anderson, Kevin Love, amazing vets. Kevin Love is probably one of the best vets in the NBA. Slow-mo, same thing. And you bring in George Niang, another good vet, and Jusuf Nurkic. You brought those guys in, and you finally got off of Jordan Clarkson. You finally got off of John Collins. You finally got off of Colin Sexton.
Yeah.
So did you bring back good returns for these guys? No. But were they trying to? No. You were bringing in guys that were going to fit the mold of players that weren't going to play as much, but be powerful vet voices for the young guys. The Jazz have the third youngest team in the NBA.
Yeah.
This is so vital for them. For Keontae George, I guarantee you the vets are a huge reason why he's breaking out this year. And the same applies for everyone. There'll be good vets for Ace Bailey, whoever they draft next year. And, I think it's a job well done by the Utah Jazz.
Okay.
And I said this kind of jokingly last year on the show, but I said low-key I could see the Jazz becoming a dynasty in the 2030s. If they keep building this team up and keep getting young assets, if Keontae George really takes that leap we think he can, I don't see why this team can't be a playoff contender within the next 6 years.
That's a long time from now, though.
But
my thing is, when is it going to happen? Is it going to happen next year?
That's what I wanted to bring up.
Yeah.
When the Celtics traded KG Pierce and Garnett to the Brooklyn for that whole package, that was in 2012, 2013, somewhere around there.
Right.
The Celtics became good in 2019. And then after that, they started really competing for championships maybe a year or two after they made the finals in 2022. That's already almost a decade later.
Okay.
So the Jazz blew this whole thing up after the 2022 season.
Let me ask you this. Do the Jazz have their guys? Is Lauri Markkanen their guys? Ace Bailey their guy? Is Keontae George their guy? Is this their core?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because when building teams like this, the Celtics are a totally different story where they were already good and they got Tatum in their lap and Brown in their lap and stuff like that. This team could build themselves up. It could be Keontae George and Lauri Markkanen. Or you trade those guys for first-round picks like Lauri Markkanen, for example, and that's when you can draft your franchise guy.
Got it.
Or this team can just build themselves up, and who knows, in 6 years, if Armageddon happens and Wemby requests out of San Antonio, the Jazz have umpteenth first-round picks they can give up.
Yeah, they do.
So that's something that is, an unrealistic thing, but it's possible. And if there's one man that can do it, it's Danny Ainge. Okay. And I choose to never question that man
You have
anymore.
so much confidence and faith in this dude. We'll see if he can do it. I'll give him I'll give him 4 years. You're giving him 6. You
Yeah.
know what? I'm gonna give him 3 years. Get it
could.
done, Danny.
Well, remember,
And soon.
Danny Ainge brought them into about 2021. That's when Brad Stevens took over and really took the Celtics to newer heights.
Right.
Yeah.
The same could be said for the Jazz. Danny Ainge could also pass the torch on to someone else.
Okay. We'll see.
So it remains
Yeah.
to be seen. We'll see what happens.
We'll
but
see.
that is the story of Jusuf Nurkic and the Utah Jazz. Shout out to Jusuf Nurkic. I hope you're watching this. We are supporters of you. We apologize for the summer. But you know, it is what it is. But let us know down in the comments. When do you think the Jazz will become a good team? And is Keontae George and Larry Markkinen their guys? And boys,
Yeah.
we've reached that point in the episode. Are we ready to make some trades?
Let's do
Oh,
it.
I live for the trades.
Welcome to the second half of the show, ladies and gentlemen. It's the main segment. As you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, if you've skipped over to this part of the show, we are going to be giving one trade that every NBA team must make this season. And again, I mentioned in the intro, I'll mention it again. These are legal trades on the NBA trade machine. If you guys do want to go check out the trade machine for yourself to make any moves for your favorite team, it's going to be linked down below in the description. We basically used Fanspo. I know there's some other sites that utilize it, but I think Fanspo is unequivocally the cleanest, most concise product that you can, utilize whatever you wanted to. So essentially how these trades work is, we make a trade that we think will make the other team better, whether it's buying or selling, and the salaries have to fit. And, if draft capital was needed, then you have to include that as well. And there are some deals that expand out to 2 or 3 or maybe 4 teams extra that we'll kind of get into from there to make the trades work. So, boys, were there any sort of criteria that you went in for most of your teams? Is there anything you want to just add before we start? Kind of, you usually do that with the main portion of the show.
Yeah, well, I think the biggest need for teams that Tyler gave us, obviously, that could be trading away players or players they need to bring in to fill positions or bench depth, and the players that are on the market or supposedly on the market according to the rumors we hear.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's it.
So these are all trades that it's a combination, I feel like, of trades that we think will happen based on what we've seen in the media, or trades that we think these teams should just make. There were a couple trades that I just really didn't give a rip about.
Yeah, there is.
And,
Yeah.
I saw the
Exactly.
rumors and I'm just like, I'm good. So, like I said, we're going to alternate one by one. These were randomly assigned to us, and 10 teams for each, and they will be on the screen. I will make graphics for them. So I guess just for the audio listeners, just for their ease of use, just say the trade, and if it's a multi-team trade, mention all the teams and what they receive.
Yeah.
So, do we have any other questions, comments, concerns?
Are we going to grade the trade?
We'll talk about the trades, obviously.
Okay.
If we have any recommendations we can make, we
Yeah.
You
can.
can just say if it's a good one or bad one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we want to rate any good ones, we can.
Yeah.
And then tune in a few weeks after the trade deadline's over. We'll grade every single trade
Yeah.
that went down.
Right.
So boys, are we ready?
Oh, I'm
Let's
ready.
get into it.
All right. Also, be sure to mention your team too, so I can change the
course.
the team
Right.
overlays and stuff like that.
Good idea.
Yeah.
So we're gonna alternate. We'll go Antoine, Gio, myself, and we'll just keep alternating. We'll do our normal speed round in the middle. So Antoine, who's your first team, my friend?
Anthony.
Do you want to start off with a bang?
Let's please do. Why not?
Why not?
We're
Go
going
for
to
it.
start off with a bang. And there is a theme to my trades. I hope you guys catch on. If
Ooh.
not, I'm going to say it.
I like that.
But some trades are connected to each other.
Okay.
So we're going to go to the only team out of the U.S. That's Toronto.
Oh,
This
Did you
is-
forget?
This is,
no, I'm like, he said out
Listen.
of the U.S.
Listen.
I'm pretty sure 29
This-
teams are out of the U.S.
I
Yeah.
cooked up a nice trade. I think it works for both sides. And again, you're going to see that, there's a connection. So the biggest rumor with the Raptors is that they want Sabonis.
Yeah.
Right.
Sabonis or bust. We know you can throw in Gafford, but I think it's Sabonis. For that to happen, you got to give up some big money. So the biggest thing right now for the Raptors is I have them acquiring Sabonis,
Well,
obviously.
mention the full trade first, and then we
Oh,
can
of course. So the Raptors are going to acquire DeMontis Sabonis along with Keon Ellis.
Ooh, okay.
And there's going to be some throw-ins for the Raptors as well because of the match salary. So they're going to throw in Dario Saric and Gio. The Raptors are going to also acquire Russell Westbrook.
Ooh.
Me and Fetty unite.
And you will understand why, because the biggest piece going back to the Kings is Emmanuel Quickley.
Okay.
And they need a starting point guard.
Okay.
Russ Renaissance will fill that spot because, again, the backup is Jamal Sheed. You could put Jamal Sheed in there.
You're saying the Raptors need a starting point guard.
Well, yeah, because Quickly would be gone.
Right.
So you getting off of Quickly. You're sending over Jakob Poeltl, of course, as well.
Okay.
Dick Grady.
Okay.
Dick Grady goes.
Okay.
And
Why are you smiling when you say that, bro? Anyway,
Gio,
keep
please,
going, keep
bro.
going.
Keep going. Keep going.
And I threw in also a first-round pick. It could also be 2. I don't really know what Sabonis' value is for picks-wise.
Certainly not that high. I'll tell you that.
So you think 1 first-round pick's okay?
That might be pushing it, but I think 1 first-round pick's good enough.
Okay. So you're again. So with this inkling, the Kings are kind of blowing it up in a sense, getting rid of 2 guys. Russ and Sarge are throw-ins because of to make the money work for Quickly coming in.
Right.
And Poeltl as well, because Poeltl's got that extension.
Right.
So listen, this is what I cooked up. I know it's a lot of players going back and forth.
It is.
It is.
But I would think the Raptors buy out Sarge, keep Russ for obvious reasons.
Okay.
You got Keon Ellis coming in, and you got Sabonis coming
I
in.
like it.
I actually don't like it from the Raptors' perspective.
Okay.
It's no shade to Russell Westbrook and no shade to Keon Ellis, but I feel like it is a downgrade from Emmanuel Quickly. If this team's truly trying to contend, I don't think this is the right decision for them because you're essentially acquiring a guy that's not a great three-point shooter. That's the one thing Emmanuel Quickly can do that is very good.
So then my other thing was that I
very good,
swapped out RJ Barrett and Quickly. It's interchangeable.
Yeah, I'd rather see them keep Quickly
So you want
if that's the case.
Okay.
I have a fun fact for you, Tyler, just to push back a little bit. Russell Westbrook is actually leading the Kings in 3-point percentage and 3-point field goals.
Leading the who?
The team.
No, who?
The
The
Kings.
team.
Exactly, the
But
Sacramento
still,
Kings.
it's still, he's
I'm not
leading the
saying
team in 3-point field goals
I'm
made.
not saying
So
he's bad.
All I'm saying is that's pushback against what you said
But
about Russ.
I'd-
And also, Emmanuel Quickly is also known to be inconsistent. Yes, he had one 40-point game. That's cute. But what can you do consistently, Emmanuel Quickly? That's my question. I'm saying,
I just
he's
trust
an
him more.
upgrade at the point guard position. Because Emmanuel Quickly is honestly not a true point guard. Russell Westbrook is. Emmanuel Quickly is a shooting guard. He can score for you. He's a little... He's a microwave. So I think this is an upgrade. I'm going to stand on business and say Russ is an upgrade over Emmanuel Quickly at the point guard position,
Fair
at
enough.
least for the next couple seasons.
I'd much rather see them trade Barrett because if you run out a lineup of Quickly, who are they playing at the 2 right now?
It would be RJ.
No, because RJ's been hurt. They've been playing someone else.
Well, the starting 5 tonight is Quickly, RJ, Ingram, Barnes, and Boyles.
Conroy Boyles, yeah.
Boyles.
So yeah, it's tough. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it interesting? I've never seen a Russ to the Raptors. That's like,
But
doesn't
obviously,
seem like it would work.
for the Raptors, Russ is just the point guard for this year, and then you would have to, of course, recuperate and get another point guard.
yeah.
Just a placeholder.
I also know that I had RJ at first, but I was like, wait, Fade's telling me Quickly's the worst player, so I swapped Quickly at RJ.
I mean, they're the 2 likely to get moved, and obviously Poeltl will because he's got back problems. But look, I don't hate it. I think if anything, I just feel like you should get a more steady point guard if you're going to trade Quickly, because while Russ could be a downgrade or an upgrade, he's also inconsistent, and that's something they really can't rely on if you're trying to make an NBA Finals. If you're trying to get out of the East,
Are the Raptors really trying to make an NBA Finals right now?
if they win tonight, they're 3rd in the East, so they definitely are. They're definitely trying.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
but listen,
it's important.
they have the depth. Keon would finally get a new start. I don't think he can be a point guard. Probably not.
He's a bench player through and through.
Yeah.
So
But that's a banger that I cooked up.
yeah,
to
not
start off.
not so bad. It's a pretty good
I
trade.
like it, yeah. So
All right,
I'm up
Gio.
next, yeah?
Yeah, who's your first team?
All right. Let me see. So we got Miami Heat. We're going to start off with a little bit of a banger here.
Okay.
Okay. So I have Miami receiving Ja Morant and Brandon Clark. Memphis receives Tyler Hero, Terry Rozier, and 2 first-round picks.
What value does Terry Rozier have in a trade?
That's why you're getting rid of him.
But what do you do with it? When
You take on the money because the Grizzlies are going to tank. If you're getting rid of Ja, you're
Terry
gonna tank.
Rozier has not been released or cut
No, he's
into
still
the
on the roster.
investigation.
Correct. He's still on the roster.
Why would Memphis take on Terry Rozier?
Salary filler. Because if you want Tyler Hero, there's really nothing else you want from that team because the Heat are not going to give up Jovic. They're not going to give up Khalil Ware. Although they might if him and Spoelstra keep having beef.
Yeah.
But to get the trade through, you need to include Terry Rozier, and they could just waive him. And
So you're just getting Tyler Hero on 2 first-round picks.
exactly,
much.
that's pretty valuable.
And that's definitely valuable. 2
'Cause
first-round picks.
remember
Yeah.
Tyler Hero.
the Heat are a notorious play-in team, and Ja's been a notorious play-in player for the past couple of years.
Yeah.
So if you lose in the play-in, you're in the lottery.
Yeah.
And that could be
Yeah.
very valuable in the next 3 to 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think
What do you think?
that's a good trade
What
for
do
I
you think?
think
Yeah.
for Miami. You get your point guard. Norm is still there. Kalel is still there, but you bring in Clark, another power forward / center. Kalel would probably have to get moved, maybe eventually. Who knows? Bam, Jaquez, Pele Larson. It's a good team.
So
But who's your starting shooting guard? Pele Larson, I would think.
Norman Powell.
could be
Or
yeah,
Norm?
Powell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it has to be Norman Powell. If you run out Ja, Norman Powell, their 3 right now is Wiggins. And
Oh
then,
my god, I forget Wiggins.
Yeah.
all the
'Cause you hate him so
time,
much.
bro.
Wiggins, Bam at the 4, and then Kaloa at the 5.
Solid.
Really
team.
good lineup. In the East, that's outstanding.
I think Ja
It's a very
moves
good
the
team.
needle. Ja being in Miami. Look, Tyler Hero, nothing against you. But I just don't feel like Tyler Hero really moves the needle. I think Ja does.
Yeah.
I think Ja does, straight up.
Memphis gets a fresh start. They can finally get out of that situation.
Exactly.
You bring in somebody that could look to rejuvenate that team a little bit.
Absolutely.
And you get 2 firsts. Listen, you recoup the Desmond Bain. No, wait. You already had the Desmond Bain picks as well. That's
Yeah.
even phenomenal.
Those
you
picks
know?
aren't great,
But
but
Orlando's looking bad now.
they are. Yeah, they're probably the most disappointing. If you wanted to
Yeah.
call the Cavs frauds, no, the Magic are. Tell me how
Orlando's
you
looking
have like 2
awful.
top 30 players and you're still garbage at shooting the 3.
Wow.
It's ridiculous.
Orlando's
sad.
looking bad.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
Jamal
for them.
Mosley could get fired. I know you're not a Jamal Mosley fan either.
No,
right?
I had him low.
He easily
You
could
guys had
go.
him pretty high,
Yeah.
actually.
So
Yeah.
it kind of is what it is.
Yeah. Tyler, let's see what you got.
Who do I want to start off with, my friends? That is the main question. I really don't know. I think I'm going to go to a West team because I have more of my West teams for the speed round. Let's just talk about the Memphis Grizzlies, shall we?
Okay.
I did not do a Ja Morant trade
Interesting.
because I do not think he is getting moved.
Okay.
Like I said, a lot of my trades, except for maybe 1 or 2, are extremely realistic because I wanted to try and make this as authentic as possible for myself and let you guys kind of have fun with it. But I did just wait for later on. You'll see me have a couple interesting ones. So this is just a way for them to get off some money and give Ja some decent help at kind of, making this thing work going forward. So I have them calling up the Washington Wizards and getting Chris Middleton
Okay.
in exchange for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, who has not been great this
He's been
season,
terrible.
and John Conchar just to fill salary.
John Conchar
Yeah. I literally have no issue with that.
for Chris Middleton.
Yeah.
You could even
What
throw
position?
in a draft pick if you want.
Yeah.
How do you see the fit in Memphis or Chris Middleton? Like, is he washed?
Their
Like,
one problem right now is that they have no one that can shoot the ball at an elite clip. And Kentavious Caldwell-Pope should be that guy, but ever since he left Denver, he hasn't really found it that much. He's been playing very inconsistent minutes. The rise of Cedric Coward's basically made him expendable anyways.
Yeah, and listen, bringing in a vet voice for Coward, Jalen Wells, Zach Edey, Cam Spencer. If Jaw's still there, look at what he's done with Alex Sarr this year and Trey Johnson. And,
Well, it's not even that.
and
He's-
Middleton being in Washington, too.
He's still elite from the mid-range.
Yeah.
And he's looking to play more winning basketball. And I feel like that lineup could work. It could
How old
give
is he?
He's 30 something.
Middleton's like 34,
Yeah.
I think.
So, it's not something you're getting rid of, a decent contract and someone that hasn't really amounted to the player you thought he'd be.
I like it.
So
I was right. He's 34.
yeah, 34.
Bro, I am so locked in. Right
Yeah, because
You
I
are,
feel like
bro.
if you roll out a lineup of Ja at the 1, Cedric Coward at the 2, Chris Middleton at the 3, Jaren Jackson at the 4, and Zach Edey whenever he's healthy at the 5, I actually do like that lineup a lot. And even if Edey's not healthy, you play Triple J at the 4 or at the 5.
Yeah.
And at the 4, you have loads of different options of big men like Santi Aldama, or you can even play Vince Williams as like a shoehorned 4. There's things they can do. But
Vince Williams is the most interesting player
he's
in
crazy,
basketball
yeah.
right
Vince
now.
Williams.
The
So-
numbers he
I don't even know
puts
who
up.
dude is.
He was the guy that got into the scuffle with Morant when they
Yeah.
were in Germany, when they were yelling at each other.
The numbers he puts up are like the most weirdest point.
I dropped him in fantasy though because he's been pretty bad. But anyways, that is my Memphis Grizzlies trade. Let's
like
get
that.
Let's get into round 2. Antoine, who's your next team?
All right, so we're gonna move to the Warriors. Again, so the first trade and second trade are connected. I hope you can figure out what the theme is.
Okay.
So the Warriors, obviously, Jonathan Kuminga is gonna have to get moved. But this is a big Jonathan Kuminga trade because not only is Jonathan Kuminga getting moved, Jimmy Butler's also getting moved,
Oh, okay.
and they're both getting moved to the Sacramento Kings.
Oh God. Well, the Kings do want him, so it makes sense.
The Kings do want Kuminga, yeah.
The Kings are going to get Jimmy Butler, Jonathan Kuminga, and a first-round pick. The Warriors,
Okay.
to make them relevant will be taking on Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan.
Oh my gosh, dude.
You just made Flight's day. Like,
Listen, DeMar just dropped 38 against us, or 30.
yeah.
LaVine, you have now a somewhat big three again in Golden State.
No,
DeMar and Levine, those days are over being
yeah.
together.
If you took out one of them and put in Sabonis, that would be a
Yes.
much more feasible thing because
Well,
the one thing they don't have is a center.
I did Sabonis to Toronto.
That's
so
fine.
now
Right, it's
these
fine.
Kings
Too, though.
blow it up completely.
Exactly.
And these
I
are
get
the
what you're saying.
returns they get.
I get what
This is
you're
an
saying.
interesting trade. Gio, how do you feel about it?
I like it for the Kings, believe it or not. I think Jimmy Butler, even if he's not playing, is a good asset.
That he probably won't see the floor for them because by the
that's-
time he's healthy, he's going to be free agent.
But my thing is, even him just being around, I think we talked about this last year when he got traded to the Warriors.
Yeah.
Just him being around the team and the organization is a plus. Like that's kind of what he is. He kind of like he's a culture guy. You know what I mean? He brings the culture wherever he goes. So that's a plus for the Kings. And I think also Kuminga can finally get a chance to, show us what he could do.
Show him what you can do. I think I like it from the Kings' perspective. The Warriors are still without anyone over 6'9", so that's like the one.
They need Sabonis, bro.
They need
Put
someone.
Sabonis in that.
And even if Sabonis has to be in that trade, which would be funny if him and Draymond wound up as teammates.
Oh my gosh.
After what happened in 2023.
Yeah.
But I think DeMar would be cool on the Warriors.
You think so?
Yeah. I just think Steph and DeMar, I feel like would be really cool offense.
Why?
You got the greatest three-point shooter of all time with one of the greatest mid-range shooters of all time. Just optics-wise, that's cool.
Okay.
So I like it.
I feel like Zach LaVine as a throw-in. I mean, he's not going to do much. He could.
He's still that dude. He still can have big performances. Remember, he's just in purgatory in Sacramento.
I don't think he's that dude. I think he
Anymore.
could be a great piece coming off the bench.
That's
just my
You
opinion.
think his peak was the dunk contest?
I do.
Nah.
That was when he was at his best. He's been non-effect ever since.
I'd still rather have him over Pods, but that remains to be
'cause he would
seen.
start, yeah.
I'd rather start him and bring Pods off the bench,
fair.
but it's
That's
fine.
fair.
Yeah.
All right, G.
Am I up?
Who's your next team?
My next team is the Portland Trailblazers. Okay.
Okay, yep.
So I have Portland receiving from the Knicks.
Oh, yes. Talk to me.
All right, so they are receiving Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges, and I don't know if you're going to like this one. Mikal Bridges and Mitchell Robinson.
That's fine.
Okay.
He doesn't like Mitch.
I like Mitch. I think Mitch is good for the Knicks.
It's whatever.
But the Knicks receive Jeremy Grant.
Oh, what the hell is this, bro?
Jeremy Grant's a good player. What are you talking about?
Oh, my
I thought you'd be more happy about that,
God,
honestly.
bro. Where's Drew Holiday?
Nah, you don't get Drew. I think you'd rather have Jeremy Grant. I think
Yeah.
Drew's great.
He's 6'2".
Yeah, he's 6'2", and he's a little bit on the older side.
No picks?
No picks.
What
Straight
picks?
up.
What picks
Bro,
would the Blazers give up for
Jeremy
that?
Grant. Can we just look? Can you look up his stats real quick so you can change your
I know,
mind about
I
him?
know he's playing really well. So essentially, we're swapping our small forwards and just plus Mitchell Robinson.
Plus Mitch.
And we're getting some flexibility.
And he's
okay.
And he's also 6'9", and he can jump out of the gym. He's a great rebounder. He can score. Like he provides much value. More than Mikal Bridges.
Okay.
And Mitchell. I mean, he can rebound, but not as well as Mitch. But you get what I'm saying.
This
right?
also would give you more flexibility to flip someone like Deuce McBride and Jordan Clarkson or Yabusele for a center.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think I cooked on that one.
Okay.
I think you did.
And Tyler helped me out a little bit too. So look,
Yeah, 'cause I need to make I need to help you make the money work. That was the only reason why.
Yeah. No, yeah. Shout out to you, Tyler, because you really did help me out with this. But
Gio
yeah.
does not know how to use the trade machine.
I don't know what I'm doing.
It's a work in progress. We'll
Yeah.
get you there eventually. We said
Yeah.
that last year, but we'll get that ready for next season.
So just McHale, that money Jeremy Grant makes a lot of money, right?
He makes a
Yeah,
good
he
amount.
makes a decent amount.
McHale does make a lot.
Well, the Blazers really want Mikal Bridges, and I don't really
For
know.
what reason?
Well, because he's two-way. His two-way ability as not being one of the main guys on the roster. Because think about it. If you bring in Mikal Bridges to Portland, you're essentially starting Drew Holiday at the 1. You're playing him or Shaedon Sharpe or Tumani Kamara, that sort of combo. So you got really good defenders around him. And then you got guys like Donovan Clingan and
You got to start Denny.
whoever. And Denny Abdul. He'll be the 4. So if you roll out a lineup, or even next season, you roll out a lineup of Damian Lillard, Mikal Bridges, Shaedon Sharpe,
Denny, Clingan.
and Clingan, and then and even if the Blazers want to go gusto for a star, you can package together a guy like Kamara and a guy like Chris Murray, for example, and go get yourself an all-star player. The Blazers have ultimate flexibility. I said the Blazers are a dark horse to get Giannis back in December. They low-key might.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Because Drew Holiday's there. You won't have to worry about getting him to the Knicks if he's already in Portland.
Exactly.
That's true.
How funny would that? Joe Cronin would need a statue in Portland if he fleeced them for Damian Lillard and then wound up
Reuniting
getting
Damian and Giannis again.
Yeah.
And Drew.
That'd be a storyline.
Bring back Pat Connaughton while you're at it too. You might as well. So
bring Chris Middleton.
Yeah, bring
Throw
Chris
the
Middleton
Wizards
in
in there. Throw the Wizards
Sign
in there.
PJ Tucker.
$20 Oh my gosh.
That'd be funny. But no, I think it's a good trade, Gio.
Solid.
Well done.
All right,
Thank you.
bad.
Thank you.
All right. I did a West team last time, correct?
What did you do?
You
don't
did.
I did the Grizzlies.
You did the Grizzlies.
Yes, you did.
Correct.
All right. What Eastern Conference team do I want to do? I think I want to go to the Charlotte Hornets. Shout out to the Hornets, by the way. They were almost a choice for our team spotlight this week. They've been playing some really good basketball. Shout out to Con Knipple. Shout out to LaMelo Ball. Shout out to Brandon Miller. Shout out to Ryan Kalkbrenner. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Sion James. He's been really good.
Yeah.
They've all been amazing.
This is what happens when you're healthy, you know?
Now, what is one thing about me that I love, or one thing about me that I love with certain teams is having good ethics and good morals. It's time to finally get Miles Bridges up out of here. This is something I've been very, very excited to looking for. As soon as I did the randomizer and saw that I got the Charlotte Hornets, there's 3 teams that are interested in Miles Bridges.
Okay.
It's the Bucks, the Warriors, and the Suns. There's no reason for him to go to the Warriors because they're screwed now. The Bucks are going to blow it up likely, and there's no need. So I have a trade with the Phoenix Suns. So Miles Bridges gets shipped out to the Phoenix Suns
I like it already.
in exchange for Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal.
I like
Nets
it.
legend Royce O'Neal.
That works.
Wait a second. Grayson Allen, but that adds more guards to the Hornets, and I don't think they need that.
He's a small forward. He
makes
play
a lot
small
of
forward.
money.
He makes like 16 mil.
Yeah. That value adds up for Miles Bridges.
I think it's great for the Suns. I think Miles Bridges, as much as you guys hate him, as much as we hate him,
He just hasn't been good defensively for Charlotte. That's the only reason why.
Yeah.
right?
But Phoenix is a better defensive team than they were. They have Brooks in the door. They have Ryan Dunn.
Yeah.
They have Jordan Goodwin. These are dogs.
yeah, I think the fit would be great in Phoenix for him.
Yeah.
The only thing is Grayson Allen in Charlotte. I don't know.
I think surrounding LaMelo with more shooting is good.
Okay.
Because you imagine running out a lineup with Con Knipple and Grayson Allen. Like that with Brandon Miller.
Right.
That's an elite shooting
Knockdown
lineup.
shooters. Yeah.
And Royce O'Neal, I've always said this,
can
he's
shoot,
very underrated in the post defense. And I think having a good power forward, a true power forward, instead of shoehorning Miles Bridges there,
He's undersized. No.
Royce O'Neal, he's undersized, but he's big. And he plays
plays big.
up to his size, yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I got
That's not bad.
regarding that.
It's decent.
Okay.
All right, round 3. Antoine, what do you got?
So we're gonna go to Chicago.
The Bulls.
So the Bulls, again, another team that could blow it up. They've done that for like the past years, and they wait usually for the offseason.
They never will.
But the Bulls, I think, are gonna move on from Kobe White.
I
Yes.
like it.
Absolutely.
So
like it.
Kobe White is gonna head out to Minnesota, and the Bulls are gonna get Mike Conley and Terrence Shannon. No Rob Dillingham, he stays
I like it.
Interesting.
because Kobe White's on an expiring deal.
Actually,
But they're going to
don't
re-sign him
like-
anyways, though.
Yeah, it depends how I would assume so. Yeah.
So you said Terrence Shannon.
So Terrence Shannon, Mike Conley, and 2 seconds.
2 seconds
Interesting.
for
Kobe White, straight up.
Okay.
I mean, the Wolves are very interested in Kobe White. My only concern is that he's not really a true point guard, and Anthony Edwards is very on ball.
yeah.
That's my only issue, but I don't hate it. I think he would add a lot of value to the Timberwolves, especially it's better than what you're getting out of shoehorning DiVincenzo in at the point guard or playing Rob Dillingham. But I think you have to get rid of Rob. If you're getting Kobe White, you have to part with him.
Who would be backup point guard then? Because you get out of Conley as well.
Terrence Shannon.
So you'd swap Terrence Shannon out for Rob. I could do that. I mean,
Have to, yeah.
I had Rob in there too. I mean, it's just preference, obviously.
You can't get rid of both. You have to keep one.
Okay, so I mean, we could definitely swap Shannon for Rob because it was interchangeable.
Yeah.
Conley would go 100%.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You could swap Shannon or Rob.
How the hell
Gio's want to swap, put Rob in there.
Look,
I was trying to
wherever
put
Rob
to go to
goes, I just
Chicago.
hope he gets an opportunity wherever he is at.
Well, he definitely would in Chicago.
In Chicago, he
without
would,
a
yeah.
doubt.
Well, Giddy's starting though, so
No, but like if
you get more opportunities.
more
for sure,
opportunities
yeah.
in the second half of the season when they're eliminated.
Yeah. So I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
As long as Rob gets a chance to play, I like it.
I think Kobe White would cook with Anthony Edwards.
You think
though.
so?
I think
I don't
Kobe
know,
White
man.
in
I think
a
I
high
like,
pace offense.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. We keep talking at the same time. No, but I think I liked what you said. You're like, I don't know if Anthony Edwards and Kobe White would work because he needs a point guard, a true point guard.
Yeah, but who
You know what I mean?
cares? Like,
Who cares?
it's straight buckets, that lineup. Like,
I don't know. Okay.
Kobe
maybe.
White, Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Julius Randle, Rudy
is
Gobert.
buckets,
That's a
yeah.
fire lineup.
Yeah.
That would be good.
It could work.
Instant top 4 team in the West.
Okay.
So, all right, not bad.
My turn.
Giovanni, who you got?
Let's see. We got next up. We got the Indiana Pacers.
Ooh, there's a lot they
Okay.
can do here.
It's a lot we can do here. A lot. So I got Indiana receiving from the Pelicans, Herb Jones, and Yves Missi. Did I say that correctly?
You
Eve
did.
Nisi, yeah.
Yves Missi. And they give out. Who do you think who do you think the Pacers traded or
Well,
gave away?
It's Benedict Mathurin.
Yes, Benedict Mathurin, Isaiah Jackson, a first-round pick and a second-round pick. Okay, so New Orleans gets Benedict Mathurin and Isaiah Jackson. I'll say it again, and Indiana gets Herb Jones and Yves Missi. What do we think about the fits for both of those teams?
That is good for Indiana.
okay.
It's a pickup. Eve Misi was an all-rookie guy before Derek Queen got there.
Right.
I think Herb, if he's healthy, could be an upgrade over Benedict Mathurin because they're not going to re-sign him.
An upgrade.
Sending Mathurin to purgatory,
But
where
look,
he could get injured again.
but dude, he's a straight bucket. Do you realize how many points per game
I mean,
he
they
would
have,
average?
they have Trey Murphy already doing that.
I mean, he's probably going to get moved too.
His value could be really high because of what he's doing.
I think
They
it's
may not
very
move him.
likely the Pacers get Misi. I don't think they're going to get Herb Jones.
No.
No.
I think
you
Herb,
he's
yeah.
too valuable.
The Pelicans want multiple first-round picks for both of them, Herb
Yeah.
Jones and Trey Murphy.
That's insane.
They want
Well,
a
Herb
Desmond.
Jones is
they
not
want-
doing anything this season.
because he's hurt. Yeah.
But when he's healthy, he's probably a top 3 defender in the NBA. So that's where the value comes in. And with Trey Murphy, they want a Desmond Bain package,
that's
which
insane.
is 4
They
decent
want Desmond
picks.
Bain.
No, like a Desmond
No,
Bain
like
package. You
3
went
or
for 4 picks.
4
Oh,
picks.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So still less than what the Knicks gave up for Mikal Bridges, but
I think they're asking for too much. That's what I think.
But
I
I think Misi would be great in Indy. It just sucks that he can't shoot, but he's young.
That's
You can
okay.
change that.
Yeah,
I don't hate it.
he is.
I think Missi would be great with Tyrese. Tyrese would turn him into a borderline all-star. That's what I think.
Yeah, he was showing that rookie year for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's athletic freak.
Yeah, not bad.
You know, I don't hate it, Gio.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
All right, ready for my next team?
Go for it.
Rock and show.
All right, this is pretty similar to Antoine's. We're going to the Minnesota Timberwolves. I have a very similar trade. And Gio, what was the main reason why I was skeptical of the Kobe White trade to the Minnesota Timberwolves?
True point guard.
Exactly. So
Ja
what did I
Morant.
do? I gave them a true point guard. So I actually have them getting rid of Rob Dillingham and Jalen Clark. No picks in exchange for Trey Jones.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's
Okay.
I think he is so underrated. He was good on San Antonio. I think we were just blinded by who they drafted. It made him seem like he was crap. He's been playing incredible basketball for the Bulls lately. He's been getting me fantasy points beyond belief. Also a good free agency pickup in week 1.
Yeah.
And I think he is an actual true point guard because I think the interesting thing about Chicago is that you have Kobe White, who is this off-ball, bucket getter.
Right.
He's great driving into the lane.
Yeah.
He's good around the rim. He can shoot the lights out. Then you got Ayo DeSumo, who is prototypical 3-and-D, who will clamp up anyone you ask him to, and he can shoot the 3 at a decent clip. And then you got Trey Jones, who's an actual elite playmaker and can find Anthony Edwards in the right spots as well as the rest of the guys. I think we're not seeing enough of what he can do. We saw a lot of lobs with Wembanyama. We're not seeing that with Vooch because he's just not that kind of center.
Right.
So with Rudy Gobert, he could feed him 20 lobs a game.
Wow.
And same thing with Randall. Same applies to Jaden McDaniels. The Wolves have a lot of athletic guys. And I think Trey Jones is a good low budget option rather than you giving up draft capital for anyone else.
I think that's
Yeah.
very realistic, actually.
yeah.
Very realistic. I
I
think that's
would
something they actually might do.
I would assume Trey gets moved as well with Kobe. It depends on how the Bulls are, but Trey's a nice starting point guard to get him to the playoffs. He's on a team-friendly deal as well, and you're not giving up much.
No, there's no need to
No.
give up much
Does
because
he come off the
Exactly.
bench for Chicago?
he's
He
been starting
does.
because
Oh,
there's been injuries
wait.
left and right. Because Josh Giddey
Okay.
missed a month.
So do you think
Yeah, that is true.
he's a
Okay.
starting point guard
I think he is, yeah.
in the NBA? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's
Top,
been doing
okay.
I think he starts on most teams
Okay.
in
Yeah.
the NBA that don't have an elite point guard. Like he's not starting on OKC, but
Right.
he'll easily start on, I don't know, he'll start on,
Clippers.
he would easily start on the Clippers. If you move James Harden to the 2, then
Right.
yes.
Okay.
He'd start on Phoenix. He'd start
Yep.
on, he wouldn't start on Denver. He wouldn't start
Rockets.
on OKC. He would absolutely start on the Rockets.
100% the Rockets.
If I had the Rockets, I would absolutely
do
have
that.
done that
Yeah.
without a shadow of a
Pacers, the
doubt.
Pacers, he would start right
This
now.
year he would, yeah.
Yeah, right
but
now
not
he would
next
start.
year.
Okay.
So
Fair.
it's interesting. And he was starting on the Spurs before they drafted
was.
Castle.
Yeah.
So shout out
And
to Trey
Fox,
Jones.
yeah.
All
I
right.
like it.
Round 4. This is the round before the speed round. So this is one more main one.
Got it.
All right. We're going to the great state of New York.
Ah, yes. The greatest team in the NBA.
Tyler,
Uh-huh.
MPJ
Ooh wee.
will not be on the move.
Okay.
Okay.
If he is, we better get some draft picks.
I was let down. I was
This is no, he stays.
And once he didn't trade him to the Warriors, I knew he wasn't going to move him.
This is a 1-for-1
Trying to
with
think what you
with
could've done.
the Detroit Pistons.
Oh, I know it. Yeah, okay. It's,
Tyler, who were we swapping? This has kind of been the talk of the town with you for a little bit.
I'm actually surprised you didn't trade MPJ to the Pistons.
Nah,
He'd
I
make that team
could've.
so good. But it's clearly Cam Thomas for Jaden Ivey.
There you go.
Yeah.
I feel like the Nets might have to attach a pick, though, because Jaden Ivey's starting to play better.
Is he?
I don't know. I've been seeing he can like.
I mean, I'm fine with the 1-for-1. Look, if we don't have to give a pick, I'm totally fine with that.
I think
I'll
I
gladly
think
take
the
Jaden
value
Ivey.
works because they're both on the. Ivy's on his last year of his deal, or
I think
second to
so.
last year.
I think he's on his last
Okay.
deal, yeah.
Listen, you put Cam Thomas right into that starting shooting guard spot. You have an Ivy Yegor backcourt. You have somewhere to start with MPJ.
Don't tempt him with a good time.
So tell me why the Pistons would do that. Why would the Pistons give up Ivy for Cam Thomas? What does Cam Thomas add to the Pistons?
Well, the scoring threat, the second option to Cade. One healthy.
So like mostly the shooting, because I'm assuming Ivy is not the greatest shooter. He's more of like
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
Ivy's a
remember the
shooter.
injury also derailed his career a little bit. He hasn't
little
been
bit.
playing up to par. I
Yeah.
actually am more skeptical on Cam Thomas being an elite second option for the
Cade?
Pistons.
yeah.
Yeah, I think you need someone more consistent. But then again, Cam Thomas is getting inconsistent minutes on the Nets.
Okay.
When he could go to Detroit and become a top 40 player, we don't know.
Right.
So I think as far as bare bones of it, I don't hate it.
Okay.
But I do think the Pistons have players on their team right now that would likely, at least for the time being, start over Cam Thomas. But if you're talking about like a bench punch, I'm looking at guys like Duncan Robinson could easily start at the 2, even though he's taller.
Yeah.
We know how good Karis LeVert can be. We know how good Asar Thompson is.
Yep.
So, regardless of what you're doing, I do think the Pistons would have to acquire a pick with Cam Thomas for that
You
to
should have
work.
did MPJ to Detroit. I see MPJ as an elite second option.
So
Yeah.
I mean, that means you're getting rid of Tobias.
Yeah.
Not Asar.
They got enough big guys.
You'd have to get rid of some pieces. MPJ's worth a lot. MPJ
Yeah.
right now is worth a young star and at least 2 or 3 picks
Young star.
based
Maybe
on how he's
Asar?
playing.
Not a SAR.
He's a bit
Can't
no.
give up a star.
You can't give up a star. So
Say Tobias and whoever.
Tobias,
picks.
Jaden Ivey, and 2 first-round picks, and you
That
probably
sounds
got a
good.
deal.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if I can come up with a decent MPJ to the Pistons trade, I'll put it on the screen. I'll
Yeah.
probably forget, but it is what it is. So
All right,
Giovanni,
Yes, sir. All right.
who's your next team, brother?
My next team is the Pistons.
Ah,
We just talked about them,
fair enough.
right? So the Pistons receive from the Pelicans once again. Pelicans is a popular team today.
Because they're just full of players that are
Yeah.
on the trade block.
Yeah. So they receive Trey Murphy III for Karis LeVert, Jaden Ivey, and 2 first-round picks.
I like that.
Do you
Good
like
trade.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I like
Detroit,
that.
Trey Murphy
Oh,
in
that's
Detroit.
big. I am a Trey Murphy believer.
Now they're serious contenders at that point. That's what I would say. They're serious contenders.
I'd say they're a surefire to make the finals, but you would need to play a favorable team in the finals. So like not Denver or OKC.
I think if you make the finals, you're a serious contender.
Well, I mean, yeah, but the West is so good.
The West is stacked.
Like right now, I wouldn't give the East any shot at OKC or Denver. If you're playing anyone else, I do think you have a legit chance.
Okay.
But I mean, Trey Murphy next to Cade, interesting scenarios because you're Who was returning? It was
It's
LeVert,
Karis
Ivy,
and
LeVert,
Ivy.
and two
LeVert,
firsts.
and Ivy. So yeah, what I would do then in that sort of lineup: Cade at the 1, Asar at the 2, Trey Murphy at the 3, Tobias or whoever at the 4, and Duran at the 5.
It's a good lineup.
I think the Pistons low-key are an underrated place for Giannis too. Because they got some pieces they can give up, and they have draft capital. They got everything they need. Remember, the Pistons don't need to draft 5th overall anymore. They're good. So, Giovanni, man, you're low-key cooking, bro.
Let's go.
You're cooking. All right, how many East teams do I have left? All right, let's do this team next. Antoine, are you ready, my friend?
No.
Oh God.
For the New York Knicks.
Nobody.
Let's see what we did.
No
here.
one's coming in.
So I did not do a Giannis trade because I think it's inherently stupid for Giannis to go to the Knicks. It just will
That's
I think it's
crazy.
going to make both teams worse.
Okay.
Because the Knicks are going to give up too many assets. You're going to also have to take on an additional piece because Giannis makes less money than both Cat and whoever you're trading combined. But, it is kind of what it is. This is a 3-team deal with the Dallas Mavericks and the Chicago Bulls.
Oh, please tell me Najee Marshall, bro. Please.
So the Knicks are acquiring Najee Marshall.
Oh my.
Yeah.
So the Knicks acquire Najee Marshall and Jalen Smith from the Chicago Bulls.
Oh, okay.
The Mavericks acquire Gershon Yabusele, and the Bulls get Mitchell Robinson.
Wait, why did the Mavericks get Gershon?
Because they're moving on. They're moving from Jalen Smith.
No,
Listen.
Smith is coming. So the Knicks are going from Yabusele to the Mavs for Najee Marshall,
Yep.
and then Mitchell Robinson to the Bulls for Jalen Smith.
So why would the Mavs just get
The Mavs
Yabusele?
get crap.
Because
Najee
the
Marshall.
Mavs are trying. Well, you could throw in a pick. I didn't put in a pick because I forgot to. You could throw in a 2nd-round pick or a first that's protected. The Knicks just don't have picks.
Right.
So, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Right.
But
Listen.
again, right now the Mavs are trying to. I think the Mavs are leaning towards blowing it up,
Okay.
getting off of Najee Marshall, bringing in someone like Yabusele, along with a 1st-round pick. I'll edit that in. We'll put the 1st-round pick
That's
in there.
good. That's better.
And I think that makes sense. We'll probably put some protections on that pick just in case, because a lot of the Knicks picks are later on in the 2020s. And originally what I had was just Robinson to the Bulls, but the Knicks need a center. So Jalen Smith is a stretch 5
Yeah.
that is not a great defender, but will get you by.
Yeah, listen, Najee, you had me there. Jalen Smith, when he played us, he turned into a 3-point shooting menace.
Yeah, he was good.
He
was
could
good.
Shoot the 3, big body, and backup center to Cat. Maybe even start. I'm fine. Najee, welcome home. Love you to death. Please.
Welcome home.
Now
Measles.
that is the defense that you think Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby have. I think
You think
Najee's
so?
well, not no OG, but with Mikal.
yeah.
Najee is what Knicks fans think Mikal Bridges is.
Yeah.
And he's not even near the player
I
Najee
would
Marshall
think
is.
so.
Najee's awesome.
He would change that team a lot. I think he helps you guys out more than Giannis.
Whoa.
Yeah, because the starting 5's intact.
You're gonna get rid of your whole lineup if you get rid of Giannis.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
Well, with a Giannis
I don't know about
trade,
all that.
it's the truth.
Cat.
it's possible.
You're
I
running
mean,
out of lineup if that's the case of Brunson at the 1, Hart at the 2, Najee Marshall at the 3, OG at the 4, Cat at the 5. That's better than before.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's a great lineup. I'm not saying it's
Very
not great.
great.
but-
yeah. You're still screwed because Brunson and Cat are cones, but
Yeah.
is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Floor Spacer Podcast Speed Round.
Let's speed it up.
So we're gonna still alternate. We're gonna do 3 separate rounds of this, and these are gonna be very quick trades, and we'll kind of just breeze through them. So Antoine, who's your first lightning round team, my friend?
We're gonna go to OKC.
Yeah.
So all the Thunder get is Luke Kennard from the Atlanta Hawks for Kenrick Williams and a 2nd-round pick.
I actually like that for the Hawks a lot. Kenrich Williams would be really good off the bench for them on defense.
Think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the Thunder just get more shooting.
Do they need it? Like this is
really
the
it.
greed they talked about in the Bible. Like it's crazy.
Luke Kennard's been putrid on the Hawks.
Yeah, but you know damn well as soon as he steps foot at Paycom Center, he's going to start shooting 58% from 3. It's going to be ridiculous.
listen,
I like that for both sides, though. That means that the Thunder would have to get off of Isaiah Joe.
Meaning trading him to the Hawks?
No, just anywhere else.
Oh, okay.
Like if they wanted to bring in like some more bench depth or whatever.
Okay.
Because I don't know if he would play, but
Well, he's the backup point guard, or AJ Mitchell is.
AJ Mitchell is the backup point guard. So he'd be the backup 2 behind.
Bring
Lou
Isaiah
Dort.
Joe to New York, bro.
You had a chance to get him when Philly waived him.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
I don't hate that trade.
It's not bad.
Gio, who's your first team?
I got the Pistons here.
Didn't you just do the Pistons?
Oh no, I don't know why I'm reading the Pistons. The Nuggets.
The Nuggets.
I got the Nuggets here. Denver receives Day'Ron Sharpe from Brooklyn. Okay, and Brooklyn receives Zeke Naji and a second-round pick from Denver. Pretty boring.
That's actually not the Denver trade I thought you were going to do. I thought you were going to have them get a point of attack defender like a Keon Ellis or an Io DeSumo.
Yeah, I don't see that fit for Day'Ron, honestly.
I do in the sense of Aaron Gordon's hurt. He got hurt again.
Yeah.
You know, you need backup bench depth. You need a backup 4 behind Peyton Watson. Day'Ron's only 6'9". I know he's a center, but you can run out lineups with him and
He's a power
Jokic,
forward.
him and Valanciunas. I like it. I love Day'Ron. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I feel like a proud father watching him because he is, I firmly believe he's the best rebounder in the NBA.
Oh wow.
He is a dog on the offensive
Have you
glass.
met Mitchell Robinson?
Yeah, but have you met Day'Ron Sharpe? He just hasn't had the opportunity yet.
Okay. We'll see.
Yeah. Remember last season, he was 3rd in the league in rebounding percentage behind Jokic and Wemby. He's that good on the glass.
But I think Mitchell Robinson's offensive rebound percentage is like 97-8% right now.
His offensive rebounding is the best.
Yeah.
His offensive, but in total rebounding, Day'Ron's a dog.
Okay, that's fine. I don't doubt that at all.
All right, into my first lightning round team, Gio. It's your team, the Sacramento Kings.
Oh.
And I have them getting off of Keon Ellis.
Okay.
And like I said, there's a few teams interested in Keon Ellis. And in the end, I have him going to the Boston Celtics in exchange for Chris Boucher and a 2nd-round pick.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a win-win. Boucher's been awful.
Yeah.
Keon goes to a new team.
Let the Kings tank in peace.
Yeah.
Part of his blowing up scenario of the Sacramento Kings.
Yeah.
Keon Ellis on the Celtics. If you were allowed a lot, that talk about the void that Drew Holiday's defense left this team, he brings it right back.
You think so?
Absolutely.
He's that good?
He's that good of a
I think
defender.
Keon is really good.
If you could roll out a 2-guard lineup, even just in the 2nd or 3rd quarter of him and Derek White. Oh, dude, great lineup with Jaylen Brown, with Nehemias Queta. So interesting.
Okay.
All right. Lightning round 2. Antoine, who you got?
So we're going to the Cavs. No, I had not cooked up a big trade because they're not blowing it up yet.
No, they really can't.
So from what I've seen, the only players they're listening on are some bench guys. I see some need here for the Denver Nuggets. Denver Nuggets will acquire Dean Wade. And all they're going to send back to the Cavs is Zeke Naji.
Oh my God.
I actually like that a lot. I like that better than yours.
Really?
Yeah. Because Dean Wade at least can shoot the
boring.
3 at an elite level.
Okay.
That's why it's a lightning round. It's supposed to be the boring trades that aren't exciting and stuff like that.
True.
I think Dean Wade would be fire on the Nuggets. That would be so cool.
He would play 10 minutes a game.
No, because
No,
he'd
he's
be
been
backup 4.
shooting a lot better.
Has he?
Yeah.
A lot better.
All right.
Remember that Linsanity run he had last year when Travis Kelce was at the games and he just went off. He had a 38-point game or something like that.
fair.
Shout out Dean Wade.
I could have the Nuggets getting DeAndre Hunter, but too much money. Dean Wade, I know, is having a pretty good season on a 1-year deal.
He's the more expendable piece. I feel like that's the more likely guy to go.
Yeah.
You could also move Max Strus, but he's just hurt.
No, exactly. Dean Wade has the more for the Nuggets for what they want to do to bring off the bench. So
All right.
All right, Vonnie. Who you
Second
got?
round. So next team I got for the lightning round is the 76ers. We got here Philadelphia receiving Bobby Portis. Okay. And Milwaukee is going to receive Kelly Oubre, Andre Drummond, and a 2nd-round pick.
I don't like that.
Why?
What don't you like about that?
Why are you sending Kelly Oubre for Bobby Portis?
Well, because Bobby Portis is actually good, and the Sixers have no size.
Yeah. Kelly Oubre, he's good.
Oubre,
Don't get me wrong, he's good. But Bobby Portis, I think, is the more valuable piece.
Drummond is fine.
I mean, low key.
Drummond doesn't even play.
What
Drummond is fine going to Milwaukee.
Oh, okay.
What I would
Or
change, I would change Oubre for McCain.
What?
Jared
I would not
McCain.
do that.
The only reason why I would do that is because if Milwaukee's going to offer up a 1st-round pick, and if they're really trying to if they're trying to trade Giannis and bring in some youth to the door, Jared McCain's starting to play a little bit better now, but
He doesn't get enough minutes. That's the only thing.
well,
about him.
because
Yeah.
VJ Edgecombe's there,
Exactly.
and
Yeah.
because Maxi's playing at this ridiculous level, he's
Right.
not going to get the minutes as a starter.
Exactly.
Instead, he's a much better upgrade on AJ Green. You
know
can run
what?
out him with Ryan Rollins. I like that
Yeah,
backcourt
I
combo
do
a
like
lot.
that, actually.
That could work.
Now-
Honestly, if you put Jared McCain instead of Oubre.
But Philly might be a lot more reluctant to get rid of McCain. So I think
don't
Oubre
think so.
makes the most sense. And Drummond just doesn't play anymore. So,
Yeah, and Embiid's doing, Embiid things again.
Right.
yeah, because
So-
you need someone like you need someone to step up. Shout out Don Barlow. Shout out Adem Bona. But, if you're really trying to go deep in the playoffs, you
Adem
need
Bona.
an NBA champion.
Exactly.
And Bobby Portis brings that to the table.
Exactly.
So I like a Giovanni.
Listen, Dom, love Dom. He's starting Adem Bona. Crazy.
Adem Bona's been great off the bench for them.
He's not bad at all.
I
He
love
gets
his
more minutes
energy.
than Andre, yeah.
Yeah. Also, speaking of energy for the Cavs, Naquan Tomlin,
Yeah.
dog.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't
a
know
lot
who
of
he
those
is, but
guys.
he's a Cav. He's probably a fraud. So.
Fair enough. You ready for my second round lightning round team?
Yeah.
The Washington Wizards.
Middleton.
No, I already did. Remember, I
Okay,
traded him to
fair.
a different team.
Oh, okay.
Again, this is just an ancillary piece that isn't really happening. I know the Thunder want to make some changes, so I have the Washington Wizards trading Marvin Bagley to the Thunder in exchange for Ousmane Dieng and 2 second-round picks.
God.
That's not bad at all.
Marvin Bagley.
Marvin
A
Bagley
little low-key renaissance from Marvin
Honestly,
Bagley.
Honestly, I don't want him going to the Thunder.
for just Ousmane Dieng.
Yeah, he's the only player on the roster on the trade block right now, as far as we know. And Isaiah Hartenstein's out right now. He's got injury problems, and low key, why not use another guy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why
no,
not?
No,
Bagley's not bad.
No Thomas Sorber either. So that center room is thin.
Yeah.
So yeah, Bagley comes in.
It's basically you can then run J Will at the 4, and you don't have to run J Dub at the 5.
Right.
Yeah.
So
We still have Kenrick Williams too.
he will. Yeah, you could, but you
Get
could
him
also
out
get
of
off of him somewhere. But he's mainly a forward.
Okay.
Marvin
Fair.
Bagley's clearly a center. He's 7
Yeah.
foot. So
Okay.
last
not
lightning
bad.
round team.
All right. So we're gonna go back to the Clippers. So the Clippers, this is kind of massive, but not really. The Clippers are gonna send CP3 and Derek Jones Jr. to the Bulls.
Forgot he was still on the roster.
CP3 and Derek Jones Jr. to the Bulls for Io DeSumo.
Ooh.
So Io goes to the Clips.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
You
Interesting.
get a basically a more better. I feel like Derek Jones Jr. because Derek Jones Jr. has been injured all year.
Yeah, but remember that's who Ty Lue needed to have so they
But
can go on their
He's
run.
not even back yet, and they're winning.
Exactly.
So what's the point?
You need to keep him there. He's the good luck charm.
No, bro, come on.
He's just saying that.
Io on the Clippers would be cool. I like him and Harden as like a backcourt combo. He can
Would Io be
defend.
point guard?
No.
No, Harden
no.
for sure.
Like I said, if there's one thing I'll give Harden credit for, I love this point guard second half
Harden
of his
point
career.
guard. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're right.
Ryan Rucco coined him Hawkeye Harden, and it's stuck with me ever since.
Yeah.
Because he just finds you.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
nice like that.
Yeah.
I thought Chris Dunn was starting point guard.
He
But
could.
Harden
I think
coming in,
yeah, he's the
okay.
starting shooting guard.
Got it. Okay, I forgot Harden's doing
team's
point
healthy.
guard now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also wouldn't hate Dunn going back the other way towards Chicago. He can go back to the Bulls.
Okay.
So
That's fine.
interesting, but that remains to be seen.
All right. Ready?
Yep. What do you got, Giovanni?
Last round.
Yep.
We got
Well, last lightning round.
Yeah.
last lightning round. We have the Phoenix Suns here. Okay. We got Phoenix receiving Kevin Looney, Jose Alvarado, and a second round pick. We have New Orleans receiving Bogdan Bogdanovic,
3-team trade.
3-team trade. And we have the Clippers receiving Grayson Allen from Phoenix.
That is the most mid trade I've ever heard in my entire
A
life.
mid trade for mid teams. It makes sense.
There you go. That's why it's
Oh
lightning
my
round,
god!
bro.
It's just trading mid
Well,
players
look,
around.
understand this. Look, the Clippers get a shooting guard, a reliable shooter in Grayson Allen.
Grayson, yes.
Phoenix gets a pretty solid point guard, Jose
Alvarado.
Alvarado,
Okay.
and New Orleans just gets Bogdanovic. So there you go.
I mean, I would still start Colin Gillespie over Alvarado.
Well, he's supposed to be a bench guy.
Okay.
Like more bench depth,
yeah,
kind of.
yeah.
That's like
I'd still probably start Goodwin over both of them anyways, so it doesn't really matter. But
yeah. I don't know. All right, it's all right.
It's mid. That's
a
why
nice
it's in the lightning
mid
round,
trade.
bro.
that is the most
It's a
speed round
nice
trade
mid
ever
trade.
heard.
Tyler, take it away, bro.
All right, boys.
Gio, it's okay. I like the trade.
Thank you for making me feel better.
Boys, are we ready to go back to Salt Lake City?
Yes.
All right, so we're going to the Utah Jazz. Jusuf Nurkic is playing very good basketball right now. So what do? Get off of him for some assets. Don't we love some assets? And who has a garbage center right now that is looking to contend in the playoffs?
Do not tell me it's Boston.
No, it's the other team, the Los Angeles Lakers.
I was gonna say that.
Wow.
So here is the
DeAndre
trade.
Ayton?
The Lakers making the ultimate pivot. Jusuf Nurkic to the Lakers for Maxi Kleber, DeAndre Ayton, and a first-round pick.
I don't know, bro.
You have to send the first to get Nurkic?
To attach to Ayton, you absolutely have to send a
I don't think
first-round pick.
Is Ayton really that bad?
Well, it's not even that he's that bad. Nurkic is playing out of his damn mind. You have to get a first-round pick for him.
What is this to stay like you said before in the previous segment? It's only 4 games.
No, but like remember the whole season, he's averaging like 10 and 10.
Yeah, he's been double-double.
Well, so is DeAndre Ayton.
No, but like right now, DeAndre Ayton's averaging like 4 and 2.
Really? What happened to him?
It's because he's not getting minutes. If
Against
you look at it,
against the Mavs.
And
Right,
LeBron is back.
Yeah.
That's-
Against the Mavs the other day, he missed 4 lob dunks.
Oh, I saw that.
Like
Luka was frustrated.
He's not
yeah.
playing good. The Lakers have to get off of him.
I don't know if that's realistic, but I get what you're saying.
I think I don't know if it's necessarily as realistic. This is one of my more fun trades,
That's
but it makes sense is that the Lakers get a good playmaking center, a good rebounding center, something that Ayton's just not doing right now.
Yeah.
And Maxi Kleber is just get off of him too. Like,
Listen, you want to know what's crazy? So back to Ayton. So January 18th in the win against Toronto, he had 25 and 13 of 10 of 10 from the field. The win against Dallas, 9 points, 11 rebounds on 4 of 16.
4 of 16 as a center.
4 of
bad.
16.
Bad. It's time. It
right.
was a mistake.
all right.
They should have let him go to
Wow.
Indiana.
Well, he was playing great in the beginning, but then Braun decided he wanted to.
I don't
come
think
back.
I don't think LeBron's the reason why. I just think it's DeAndre.
Well, I don't know, man.
When I watch DeAndre Ayton, I just watch no effort, and that's the one thing I've complained about his
That's
whole
the
career.
whole thing.
He doesn't try.
It's because of LeBron James.
No, it was the same thing in Portland. It was the same thing in Phoenix. It's the same thing here.
forgot about
why?
that
Why was he giving a lot of effort in the beginning though?
Because
he was a
the
first
season
round.
just
Without
started.
LeBron James.
The season just started.
I don't know. I guess we'll never know.
We'll
right?
never know.
He could be out of the league next year because there's only one
You
year
know who
deal.
should be out of the league next year?
LeBron
LeBron James. Okay. All right. Let's
That's
move on.
Anyways,
Crazy,
we hope you
bro.
enjoyed the lightning round. It got a little
Yeah.
hectic at the end.
Yeah.
But we have 3 rounds left, and I personally have saved my 3 biggest trades for last. I don't know about
Okay.
y'all,
I have
don't
a
even know
few.
who I have left. Hold on.
I have a
but
few.
Antoine, go to your next team.
Yeah, these are pretty big too, actually. So we're gonna go to the Celtics.
Ooh, center.
Yeah. So the center is great, but the second player don't want them to get. You'll see why. So the Celtics, the Mavericks, and the Nets are gonna cook up a three-team deal.
Okay.
Mostly because the money needs to be balanced out against the Celtics and the Mavs, and that's why the Nets are there.
I swear to God, if you send D'Angelo Russell back to this freaking team, I'm gonna lose my mind.
He did, bro. He did. Yo, that's crazy.
Again?
Say it, bro. Say it.
So, ooh.
Again? A third stint with this dude.
Yo, Anthony.
Oh Lord.
Say it,
All
bro.
right, just,
So
all right. Let me hear it. Let me hear it. Let me
the
hear it.
Celtics are gonna get Daniel Gafford and Najee Marshall.
Oh
Ooh,
God, that's
wow.
good.
The Mavs are gonna get Anthony Simons, Sam Hauser, 1 second, and a first-round pick.
It's not bad.
So we're basically getting D'Angelo Russell for nobody.
The Nets are gonna be taking on Caleb Martin,
Ooh, I like that.
2 second-round picks, and a beautiful homecoming for D'Angelo
My
Russell.
goodness, bro.
2 seasons in a row.
I'm sorry, Brooklyn. I'm sorry, Brooklyn.
Yay.
That's crazy.
What is wrong? Listen, I don't know why I hate on D'Angelo Russell for bro.
It's
Russell for bro.
It's like where was he?
He's
like
terrible.
He's gonna be like the 8th point guard on the team.
And he's also not good.
He's also just not good anymore.
You can buy him out.
Well, I mean, yeah, obviously I'd want to buy him out, but
So you're getting Caleb Martin back.
look, I'd rather us do a million other things than that.
Yeah, that's not good for
Caleb
Brooklyn.
Martin's great. I'd rather us like get off of Haywood Highsmith's contract because they need like someone like Dallas would love his defense, and maybe we could take back just Caleb Martin. And I'd rather have a half-eaten ham sandwich than D'Angelo Russell. Maybe throw in like a broken copy machine. You got yourself
Yo,
a deal.
I can't believe he saw it from the beginning.
As soon as you mentioned the Mavs and the Nets, I just had a damn feeling
Yeah,
that
dude,
D'Angelo
that's
Russell would facilitate this.
That's bad.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
get 2 second-rounders. You get 2 second-round picks though.
I love that deal for Boston. I'd rather them
too.
get Zubats. They actually just rejected a trade offer from the Clippers of Zubats for Simons and a pick.
Yeah.
But, you know, kind of is what it is. I think Daniel Gafford would be great for that roster in the sense of that defense. Oh, Lord. With Tatum coming back next season,
Yeah, and Najee. Yeah, that's
he'd be good in the playoffs. So I actually think this is a good trade for their end of things. Najee Marshall would have to come off the bench next season. And the Mavs are getting who?
Anthony Hauser, a second and a first.
Anthony Hauser. Good spacing with Hauser. Simons is interesting. Where would he play?
It's an expiring contract.
That's true. So
That's
he'd
why.
probably come off the bench, and you'd probably, because I'd rather them still start. I mean, you can start him at the 1 next to Max Christie. I wouldn't hate that. So I think it works.
Can I just bring in a random tidbit? So
Yeah.
Shams was on ESPN talking about the Giannis trade, and the feed cut. Charles Barkley said, ESPN, pay your bills, man. I know times are tough.
Well, yeah, I opened up YouTube yesterday, and it showed the video saying, can the Lakers be contenders? There's 29 other teams, 28 actually, because they always talk about the Knicks too. They talk about other teams, but anyways, I digress. Giovanni,
All right.
who's your next team, brother?
My next team is the Pelicans. We talked about them a lot already, so it's like, didn't we already talk about them? No. This is the Pelicans. The Pelicans receive from the San Antonio Spurs Kelly Olynyk, Jeremy Sohan, 2 first-round picks, and a first-round pick swap. The Spurs receive Trey Murphy III.
Wow.
What do we think about the fit for San Antonio? Trey Murphy going to San Antonio, and then Kelly Olynyk, Jeremy Sohan in New Orleans.
The length on that roster's very impressive.
Very impressive.
Trey would slot in to starting small forward.
Correct.
Yeah, or
So
you can even
that
put him
moves-
at the 4 and play Barnes at the 3.
Yeah. That's a good trade. Sohan does want to get out. He requested a trade today, according to rumors and reports. I like Sohan for the Knicks,
Okay.
more for defense. But going to the Pelicans, why not?
Okay.
Yeah, that is the most Pelicans return package too. You get back a guy that didn't really pan out, couple ancillary pieces. Olynyk goes back to the Pelicans,
Yeah.
and the picks are what's really important. I know damn well Dumars is going to get a third of those picks if he actually makes that trade.
You're saying he's a bad GM.
The fact that he gave
Okay.
Indy that pick and the fact that he gave the Hawks it just
Yeah.
makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he traded the Indy pick before Halliburton got hurt, but still, you could have gotten yourself a late first round pick anyways if he didn't get hurt. But I love the Trey Murphy fit in San Antonio.
Yeah, it's nice.
Scary.
Oh my
That's all I
God,
gotta
that
say.
trade, that roster would be stacked.
Scary, bro.
The fact that you would get him giving up all those picks and you still keep Castle, Harper, Fox,
Yeah.
and Vassell,
Yeah,
dude,
exactly.
R.C. Buford, man, that would win him Executive of the Year for sure.
Yeah, Trey Murphy would be
just
massive.
tell us the starting lineup. It will be Fox.
Fox at the 1, Castle at the 2, Murphy at the 3, Barnes at the 4, Wemby at the 5.
and
Dude.
your bench is
Your
Dylan
bench is
Harper,
stacked, yeah.
Keldon Johnson, Vassell, Champagny,
Oh my gosh.
Cornette.
stacked bench.
You know.
That bench is a starting team in the NBA.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Champagny,
that bench would make the playoffs.
Harper, Cornette. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah.
All right, you ready for my next trade?
Let's go.
All right, let's go to the Orlando Magic. There's a few things this team could use.
Yes.
I was really kind of debating on what they actually needed.
Shooting.
They need some 3-and-D. And, you know, they could go for some straight shooters. Like they could go for someone like Luke Kennard. I know we were talking about him before. They could go for someone like even Giannis. They could go for Michael Porter. There's plenty of things they can do. And instead, I have them going for 3-and-D. So we're calling up our old friends, the Chicago Bulls, once again. And they are sending Tyus Jones and Jet Howard to the Bulls for Io DeSumo.
Very good for
I
Orlando.
like it.
He's shooting
do
like,
like it.
I think he's shooting 42 or 43% on 4.5 attempts a game, his highest yet. So the 3-point shooting would come in handy. And you have, you know, still Orlando Magic loves to have their defenders. So talk about your 2 point guards being Jalen Suggs and Io DeSumo off the bench. I think that's a really good move for them. It gets Tyus Jones out the door. Jet Howard didn't pan out.
Yep.
You don't have to give up a pick because the Bulls aren't going to ask for one.
Yeah.
So you're banging on the Bulls just being a bad general managed team. Or
I mean, the
whatever.
fact that they gave up Caruso, DeRozan,
Yeah.
Levine, and
Yeah.
they just got 1 pick back is
Yeah.
crazy.
Exactly.
So what do we think?
That's a
I love the
nice
Io
trade.
Sumo
Yeah.
in Orlando. I love that.
Yeah.
That'd
Yeah.
be huge for them.
The only place to see him being a better fit is Denver. But
yeah.
there's been Swipe Cam's been manifesting Denver Io DeSumo trade since 2023. It's not happening.
Yeah.
So, you know, it is
It's a
what it
nice
is.
trade. I'm okay with that.
All right, penultimate round. Antoine, who you got?
Let's go to the Lakers.
Interesting one.
This is another Pelicans trade.
my
They're
gosh.
everywhere.
Yo, how many times
Everywhere.
we talked about them, bro?
So the Pelicans are gonna acquire Gabe Vincent and Dalton Connect.
The most Pelicans player of all time.
Which one? Gabe Vincent.
Gabe Vincent.
Just Gabe, bro.
Gabe Vincent, Dalton Connect, and a first-round pick. And Herb Jones goes to the Lakers.
Ooh, Herb Jones. Yeah, that's a
Oh my
likely
gosh.
spot. First of all, shout out to Isaac of the Deep Three. There was a tweet that, like those tweets where you like to quote tweet things, and it said, "There's got to be some way I can make money without adding value to society." And he quote tweeted a picture of Gabe Vincent.
Oh my God.
So that's exactly what it is. But Herb Jones to the Lakers for who again? Gabe Vincent, Dalton Connect.
And a first.
Add another first.
Two firsts?
I think they're going to
Yeah,
need
Herb
two.
Jones is
But
okay.
you could potentially finesse that considering it's Rob Pelinka. That's a great fit.
Okay.
Well, you could pride the fact that Dalton Connect could be a rising star on the
No.
Pelicans
This
because of what he
remember,
did for the Lakers.
This is a man they tried to trade last year.
Yeah.
And this is the same man that just demanded a trade this morning.
Yeah.
So not happening. But I love the thought of Herb Jones on the Lakers. Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves. Would LeBron play the three? Would Herb play the three?
Herb.
Herb at the three, LeBron at the four.
Brown on the bench.
No.
What about that?
No.
Brown on the bench.
on the bench.
The likely scenario I would actually see happening is getting a third team involved to take Rui.
No way.
Or you bring Rui off the bench.
Or just bring Brown
No,
off the bench. Did you ever think of that?
No, how
No.
about
Did you
Jared
ever think of
Vanderbilt?
Brown? Like,
Well, Vanderbilt
Jared
doesn't.
Vanderbilt?
no, he's not good. He's not
He
good.
offensively,
him off?
offensively, he's a huge liability.
We send him off instead of Rui.
You could, yeah.
Instead of
I think
Rui, that would
Rui
be better.
provides a little
just,
more.
Rui just makes
Rui's
more money.
great.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
yeah, I'm fine bringing Rui off the bench if that's the case.
No way. Brown off the bench.
No.
I promise you it would work.
I'm not. No.
Promise you it'll
Oh,
work.
gosh,
No.
That's because no one wants to tell Braun to go to the bench because then they're gonna get fired.
bro. I know.
LeBron, the numbers LeBron's putting up are too good for the bench.
Yeah, and they're
So,
losing.
It's because they can't defend. Luka's also been inconsistent.
Because of Braun.
Hold on. What if they did not get Luka? Where would the Lakers be right now?
hell.
So what would LeBron would
Exactly.
get traded?
Well,
Or
no,
AD.
LeBron still would be there. It's just he'd retire now, and the Lakers would be in purgatory for the next 10 years, like he always
He
does.
should retire now.
Nah.
He's so
Now that Luka's on the roster, he's going to play for the next 3 years.
I hope not.
Yeah,
he
dude.
is. Yeah, he is.
You're not even
he
a
better
Lakers
come off the
fan. Who
bench.
cares?
He better come off the bench.
You're not a Lakers fan.
Well,
Who cares?
low key a Lakers fan.
He is. He is, bro.
Low key.
Fair enough.
Come
But a
on.
Braun hater. Anyways,
Who's your next team?
my
Giovanni?
next team is all right. This is a big one.
Oh,
This is the one we've all been waiting for.
Okay.
It is the Bucks, right?
Ooh.
Milwaukee receives from the New York Knicks Karl Anthony Towns.
wait,
McCa-
hold on. Miami receives from the Knicks.
What?
Miami or the Bucks?
Milwaukee.
Okay.
Milwaukee.
So the team, the player the Bucks are getting, or
Okay.
the player the Bucks
The
are
Bucks
getting
the Bucks are getting Karl Towns, Mikal Bridges, Daddy. Wait, who?
homemade daddy.
Daddy. Yeah.
I never even heard of him before. And then 3 first-round pick swaps, 3 second-round pick swaps.
No, the second round picks are not swaps.
Oh, okay, yeah. Picks,
The only
picks.
firsts you can get rid of are swaps. So you
Yes.
can't get rid of any firsts.
And then New York gets Giannis, Bobby Portis, and the Nasty. All 3 of them boys.
You have to throw Thanasis in with Giannis,
Come on,
just
bro.
like you have to throw Bronny in with LeBron.
Their package.
So Bobby Portis gets a Knicks homecoming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a lot of picks.
it's a lot of picks.
Well, they're swaps,
You literally have nothing left after that.
and you're getting rid of Cat,
Mikhail.
Mikhail. I
And
like
Daddy,
that.
You like
I
it?
like that.
You're
So-
essentially getting a lineup of Brunson, Hart,
Yeah.
OG, Giannis.
OG, Giannis,
Mitch.
Cat.
Cat's
Joe
gone.
Mitch. Sorry,
I
my
Cat's
like
fault.
gone.
Mitch.
Mitch, and then you bring
Bobby
Bobby,
off the
off the
bench.
bench, which is what he usually does.
Right.
No chance in hell Milwaukee accepts that. But
But why? For the
Why
picks?
wouldn't they?
they want no interest in Cat. You have to get a multi.
They're
you have
not
to get a
interested
third-
in Cat? How
So
do you
where
know?
are you sending Cat?
They have to get a third team involved.
How do you know?
They're going to take
There's
Mikhail
been
and Josh
reports.
Hart.
They're not interested.
Several
Okay, fine,
reports that they
fine,
don't
fine,
want
fine.
Cat.
So they're going to take Mikhail and Josh Hart.
No,
Or,
they'll
like-
no. You can still get. They'll take McHale, but you have to send Cat to another team, and then
Okay.
the other team will give. If you
Right,
send
Milwaukee.
Cat to
Okay.
Portland, for example, Portland sends over. I don't know, freaking Shaden Sharp, for example, back to Milwaukee. That's
That's
like a young
crazy.
piece in return.
That's crazy.
Okay.
But yeah, great trade for the Knicks. No chance in a donkey's ass that gets accepted.
What
No
if it
chance
does?
at all.
What if it does? Yeah,
If
he's
it
such
does,
a
I'm investigating the Knicks for Nico Harrison or the Bucks for Nico Harrison syndrome. Like, there's no way.
That's crazy.
Not a chance.
All right.
All right. Nice job, Gio. I like that trade, man.
I know you would like that one.
I like that trade, man.
Do you want me to do my Giannis trade?
Do it. Why not? We're
All
already
right.
there.
Do you remember the greed they talked about in the Bible about the OKC Thunder?
Do not even tell me, bro.
Didn't you have the Thunder?
Oh, yeah.
He said,
I was going to say, remember the greed we talked about in the Bible about the OKC Thunder?
Yeah.
I don't think we've scratched the surface yet because we're going to the San Antonio Spurs, baby.
God.
Oh, Lord, help
And
me.
I think I've cooked up probably the best possible trade that we could have done here.
Oh, God.
So the San Antonio Spurs acquire Giannis Antetokounmpo and the greatest NBA player of all time, Thanasty, in exchange for a package of the following, because it's actually a lot.
Yeah.
Devin Vassell,
Okay.
Harrison Barnes, one of, because I can't really decide who, between Keldon Johnson or Jeremy Sohan, and 4 first-round picks.
And you're keeping...
That's a lot of
Wait,
picks.
hold on. And you're keeping Stephon Castle and Dylan Harper?
And Fox.
Well, Fox is not going.
You can't get rid of Fox
You're
if
getting
you're
rid of
getting Giannis.
Vassell?
Why can't you get rid of Fox?
Because you're trying to contend for a championship. You need Fox on the roster.
And you still keep Champagny and Cornette. You get Giannis. You just lose Vassell. Sohan, I would put in.
I think
And
what
Harrison Barnes.
I would probably take out Sohan to make this more worth the while. You could even take out Keldon Johnson and throw in Champagne. He just doesn't make a lot of money. But I think Vassell, Barnes, Johnson, and the 4 firsts at least. Because the Spurs are one of the few teams that can get this done without involving other franchises. Same with OKC.
I don't like that player talent they're getting back besides Vassell.
Well, that's why the 4 first-round picks are coming in. So you could
lot of
easily
picks.
get rid of Castle or Harper, but once you do that, you're not getting rid of 4 firsts. I think the Spurs would rather get rid of the 4 firsts because that's not going to matter in 2030. They're going to
Exactly.
be really freaking good.
How good is Harper going to be?
I think he's going to be pretty good.
Dylan Harper's been really good.
I know he looks good, but
Yeah.
we don't know.
But again, his development could be stunted by De'Aaron Fox and Stephon Castle. You easily could get rid of Harper. And if you
I say
could,
get rid of Harper.
you want me to just put it in?
Put in Harper.
Screw it. We'll put in Dylan Harper instead of Keldon Johnson or whoever.
Okay. Whatever.
So,
That's crazy.
And give Harper the opportunity to play more minutes.
but then again, they have Ryan Rollins. There's no need to get rid of
Oh,
Harper.
shoot.
So
I
yeah, I'm
didn't
not going to
think
do
of
that.
Okay, I don't
We're
know.
not. I believe Ryan Rollins will be an all-star
He's a
in
good
his
player.
career.
He's a good player, yeah.
So yeah, that's my trade. Vassell, Barnes, Johnson, Sohan, and 4 firsts.
Fair. Last
So
round?
Johnson and Sohan.
Well, slash.
Okay, got
I'll
it.
make the decision on what I
Or-
want to do. I could even throw in Champagne too if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
They got a lot of pieces.
do we think that's a good Giannis trade? Do you think that's feasible?
I do because of the picks.
Yeah.
There's a ton of picks in there. So I
You
think
can't
it's
say
very
no to 4
possible.
firsts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Vassell's solid.
Yeah. Vassell could be a lot better, with Milwaukee.
All right, final round. Antoine, we're an hour and 8 minutes in. This is awesome.
Wow. All right. So we're gonna go to the Mavericks. Sorry, I was looking at my teams.
You good?
The Mavericks. Okay, so the biggest thing I think is still Anthony Davis. Whether or not they're going to move him or not, I'm going to still revisit the Hawks. The Hawks will get Anthony Davis.
Okay.
The Mavericks will get KP, Reece Shea, and 2 firsts.
That's the exact same trade I cooked up.
Yes!
Wait, seriously?
Yeah,
That's the same thing?
it
You just want to
is.
say it now?
Wait, that's the one you have now?
I have a different trade actually, so never mind.
Okay.
But it is an Anthony Davis trade.
Uh-huh.
So it's who again? It's Porzingis, Reece Shea,
And 2
and
firsts.
2 firsts. Okay.
Should it be 1 first?
I think
No.
it should be 1.
I think you could get 2.
You think you get 2 from AD?
KP doesn't know if he's going to come back to play. We don't know if KP can come back.
We don't know if
KP
AD's coming back.
Exactly.
No.
So it's fair.
So you get Reece Shea. That's
Oh
it.
my God.
Yeah.
All
Just make sure that first round pick is not this year's because the Hawks can
Yeah.
potentially get a top 3 pick.
I have 29 and 31.
Perfect. Yeah. That's a good trade. Reece Shea on the Mavs, I think would cook.
You would hope
I think so.
with Coop.
Yeah, with
Coop,
Coop.
yeah.
Imagine
they play
having.
the same spot.
Could you imagine that the past 2 number 1 picks on the same team?
That would be kind of cool.
That's like unheard of.
That would be actually kind of cool.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
So, all right,
Last round for me.
Giovanni.
All right, this is my favorite personally. This is the Rockets. It's a 3-team trade. It involves the Rockets, of course, the Kings, and the Lakers. Houston receives Dalton Connect and Russell Westbrook. Sacramento receives Tari Eason, and the Lakers receive Keon Ellis.
Lakers get Keon Ellis.
Lakers, Keon Ellis. Sacramento, Tari Eason from
Yep.
Houston. Houston gets Dalton Connect and Russell Westbrook.
So reuniting Russ and KD.
Reuniting Russ and KD. Russ is going to be that starting point guard, guaranteed. Guaranteed.
All right, I guess that means he's going to be benched then.
That's another mid trade.
You think so?
Mid trade.
This is my favorite trade.
You should have saved the Giannis one for last.
No, I want this one.
I mean,
This is so-
Keon Ellis to Lakers is fine. Like,
That's a good move for
getting
LA.
rid of Dalton
Yes.
Connect. Tari Eason leaves as well.
Yeah.
Connect goes to the Rockets.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
It's actually not that bad of a trade.
It's not bad.
Ru-
and
and
Russ is there
Russ.
because they have no point guard right now.
Russ's steady hands. Yeah.
You send
Come on,
Tari,
bro.
You send Tari to purgatory.
Yeah. Come
know?
on, Anthony. Is it grown on you yet?
You know, Gio, it's an okay trade.
Okay,
It's
thank
an
you.
okay
Thank you,
trade.
Tyler, what do you think?
You could have done better.
Okay.
I've been saying this for months. Schroeder's a much better fit for the Rockets than Russ.
Okay, yeah.
But
I didn't care. I just wanted to
yeah,
put
I know you wanted to put
in
Russ there. But if you put in Schroeder, I think that is a perfect trade.
you know what? You're probably right, but just don't care.
Fair
Ooh.
enough.
Gio,
What?
can I throw in a nice little tidbit here?
Don't talk to me about LeBron.
LeBron just broke a record
Did he actually?
do? What'd
right
he do?
now.
What'd he do?
What'd he do?
LeBron is the first player in NBA history.
The most white hairs in his beard? Yeah? Okay.
Speaking of beards, you should ask him how to grow one,
Okay.
Gio.
Oh, he's got you there. You gotta shut up now. Eh?
All right, bro.
So
what is it?
LeBron is the first player in NBA history to reach 60,000 career regular season minutes.
Wow. It's a
So
lot of
he's
minutes.
old as hell. Okay, and
It's a lot of minutes.
But
Thanks
listen,
for telling us that.
he still has a full beard, and you have no beard.
Well, he's 50. What do you expect? I'm literally 19, bro.
That's crazy. How many days is 60K minutes? That's over 41 days worth of minutes in his NBA career.
Wow.
That's
It's
crazy.
actually less than I thought.
That's nuts. 41 days worth of basketball is ridiculous.
41 days. Yeah, that's a lot, yeah.
That's crazy.
nonstop. Yeah,
It's like a month of basketball in his life. It's not
Yeah.
that much, actually.
Yeah,
Crazy.
whatever.
Are you ready for the final one?
Yeah, let's go.
You obviously know the team. It's the Atlanta Hawks. And you obviously know this is an Anthony Davis trade. However, this is a 3-team deal.
Okay.
I wanted to save the Wemby one for last, or the Giannis one for last, but I forgot I was alternating between West and East. So you ready to hear my trade for the Hawks? If I can find where it went. There it is.
Let's do it.
So this involves the Atlanta Hawks, the Dallas Mavericks, and the Memphis Grizzlies.
Okay.
So the Atlanta Hawks receive Anthony Davis and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Okay.
The Dallas Mavericks receive Kristaps Porzingis, Zachary Risachet, one of Ty Jerome or Luke Kennard, depending on the weather, whoever they want to give up, and one first-round pick. And then the Memphis Grizzlies receive C.J. McCollum.
Okay.
Wait, the Grizzlies gave up Kentavious Caldwell-Pope and who?
And either Ty Jerome, and Ty Jerome, yeah.
Okay.
And they receive back
And they got
C.J. McCollum.
CJ.
Yeah.
Okay.
right.
Yeah. I think
Porzingis is going
To Dallas.
to Dallas.
Yeah. So
yeah.
so just I'll repeat it again. So Atlanta gets AD and KCP.
okay.
Dallas receives Porzingis, Risachet, Ty Jerome, and a first-round pick. And Memphis receives C.J. McCollum. And yes, it will say Tingus Pingus on the screen, just so y'all know.
Okay.
I like it for Dallas, actually.
Yeah, I think it
I do
works
like it for
really
Dallas.
well for Dallas. I like this for Memphis too.
Do you just CJ?
CJ's McCollum.
Yeah, because you could also get a pick on top of it because CJ's an expiring contract at 30 mil.
Yeah.
So you could let that go off the books. You could re-sign him to a cheaper team-friendly contract. I think it works. You roll out him and Ja. You could play Coward at the 3. I think CJ is a good vet for both Ja and for Cedric Coward.
He is.
So
He's a leader.
I think it's just a good rent. It's a good rental.
Yeah.
And then you can use that money that comes off the books for someone else in free agency, whoever that might be.
Okay. That's reasonable. I like it.
I forgot Ty Jerome played basketball.
Yeah, right.
He's
Seriously.
been hurt all year. I feel bad for the kid.
What happened? What was his injury? I forgot.
Let me look it up. I think he had some sort of.
After the Cavs,
He's
downhill, man.
Well, it's like hasn't played, you know?
Ty Jerome. Let's see. He has got he has grade 3 calf strain.
Oh, yikes. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
don't
you
wanna-
cannot
wanna
mess
play
with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he played a lot of minutes last year, a lot more than usual in his career. Played a lot in the playoffs. Again, the Pacers bang you up. So That just is what it is. But yeah, I think I cooked with that trade. I don't think Anthony Davis is moving, but the Hawks already made their big trade, so you got to do something.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
All right.
Solid.
so yeah,
Nicely
ladies and
done.
gentlemen, that concludes one trade that every NBA team must make this season. Let us know down in the comments. What trade do you want your favorite team to make? Who knows? It might wind up on G of the Week. And also let us know in the comments your trades too, because we're going to stream next week for our trade deadline special, and we might feature some of your trades if they haven't already been made. So, boys, how do you think that went?
That was good.
That was good.
That was fun.
Very enjoyed. I was locked in all the way.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to this episode for a very long time, and I'm glad we finally got to it again. This is the second time we've done it. If you guys do want to go check out the one we did last year, the link to whatever episode number is in the description. So, boys, do we have any sort of final questions, comments, concerns before we get into the outro?
I do not, but I do have a G of the week.
All right, well, let me first do my normal outro
Oh, my
segment.
fault.
Yeah, and with
Yeah.
that, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of episode number 94 of the Floor Spacer podcast. Giovanni, G of the week, word of the week. Who do we got?
The G of the week is Cam's Crazy Takes 8530. He says, "Keep going though, for real. This channel is so entertaining." Shout out to you, Cam. We appreciate
love
it.
Shout out to you.
And also,
Shout out.
I clicked on Cam's channel, and he has a little basketball video himself. So give him some love too. Why not?
Yeah, show
like
Cam
up
some
his
love.
video, Cam. We appreciate you, bro. For real.
The comment is on the screen, and we are changing up G of the week. It's going to start being the comments on our long form pods.
Yes.
So, it shows the real ones that are locked into the pod every week. And, you can wind up being G of the week. Same thing goes for Spotify, by the way. And Gio,
Yeah.
word of the week.
Word of the week. What are we doing here? I wasn't thinking about that yet. We're gonna go
First-
balloons. Why not?
Balloons, yeah, because there's balloons on the other side of the room
Celebration.
here.
Celebration, because we're gonna be hitting 10K very soon.
Very soon.
very soon.
We'll probably do a stream if it's not like if we're close to 10K, we'll do a watch along stream of the live sub count
ticker.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, we could.
I like that.
We could do that.
That might take might take a while.
Might take a while.
No, if we're at 99.99,
I'm just gonna call my mom, make a YouTube account right now, and
Yeah.
subscribe.
yeah.
You know.
But yeah, definitely do subscribe. We're trying to get to 10K before our 2-year anniversary. You got a little over a month and a half to get us there.
Yeah.
And if you did enjoy today's video, be sure to drop a like, hit the bell. That way you're notified every time we upload, which is every day. If you're on Spotify audio platforms, give us 5 stars, leave a review, answer the polls, all that good stuff. Follow our socials at Floor Spacer Pod on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Personal socials are down here on the screen. You see my guy Giovanni. He really wants you to follow him on Instagram. Get him to 1 million followers. Maybe he'll grow a beard by then. Who knows?
Oh my gosh.
And make sure you join the Discord, follow the Twitch. We will be live simulcast to YouTube, Twitch, and my Twitter. So be sure to go check that out. And we'll keep tabs, like I said, on news and everything of that nature. And keep an eye out for our trade deadline stream. And just so y'all know, if Giannis gets traded at any point, we are doing an emergency episode. So stay tuned. If he gets moved on a Wednesday, we will record an emergency episode on a Thursday and do whatever, because our episodes come out on Sunday and we kind of just got to figure that out.
Yes,
Hopefully, if he does want to get traded, let it happen before we record. That way we can do that.
Yeah.
And then everything will be fine and dandy. But boys, I think that's all the housekeeping we got for the week. Do we have anything else to say before we head on out of here for the week?
I think we're good.
Yo, Gio, I'm gonna call your dad, bro.
That's actually his number. You can call him right
Oh
now.
my god.
We're not showing that on camera. We hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all for watching. We love you all endlessly. 2 of Giovanni Squitteri's favorite players of all time are LeBron James and Rudy Gobert. And we will see you all next week in episode 95. Peace.